Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Oh, so we're on the radio.
Sure are.
How long have we been sitting here?
10
minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes?
6, 7.
For
middle schoolers
Sorry,
out there.
I got lost in reading about some things. I had no friggin' idea that we were about ready to roll. All right, fine. Here we go. Welcome to the program, the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Honestly, how long were we sitting there?
Just a handful of seconds.
Okay, good.
Like an uncomfortable amount of seconds. Took me a second to realize it, too.
All of a sudden, I looked to my left. Josh is waving at me.
Yeah.
I thought, well, yeah, I know who you are. Hello.
We've already said hi. We've had a couple of conversations.
That was as lost as I've been in show prep in a long, long time. I had absolutely no clue we were going live.
I'm kind of curious what you were reading that was so enthralling. Was it anything notable?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I will. I'll tell you about it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. And right away, we need to address something shady going on around here. A few minutes ago, Janel Klein walked into the room.
Straight from the bar, too.
Right?
Have you been up all night and need a place to sleep, or what are you doing?
I still smell like cigarettes.
Out all night.
Out all night, bloodshot eyes. Here I am.
You look pretty good.
Thanks.
For being out all night smoking cigarettes.
We've never seen pre-7:30 a.m. Janelle.
I don't know if you have.
I was wondering
You
if...
look pretty damn... You look a lot like 7:30 Janelle.
That's
Yeah.
great.
How
I'm
the hell
glad
do
to
you
hear
do that?
I don't know. Heavy makeup, I think.
Yeah.
You got up, you got ready. Now, if this was a regular thing, I don't know, maybe a week into it, you would not be showered. You would not
You'd
be...
fall off the wagon.
Oh, yeah, that's the way to go.
I know.
And we've told people over the years that have started with us, like, don't make an effort.
Yeah.
There's no reason to. Don't do that to yourself, and eventually it goes away.
Yeah, which is smart. You really don't have to.
I already like 5:30 a.m. Janelle. I do.
I do, too. I just like being with you guys. So.
Here's the thing. Janelle's the coolest television star in town. We asked if she'd come in early one of these days, and she said yes. So thank you, Janelle.
I love being here, and I can't believe you guys do this every day.
It's nice.
You look the same as 7:30, Janelle. Do you feel the same as 7:30?
I do.
Yeah?
For the most part. I'm not a morning person. I don't know if you guys are, and I
Nope.
don't know how you do this, but
What are you talking about? Nope.
I'm not a morning person.
You on the weekends you wake up at 5 a.m.
Well, that's sleeping in 2 hours. So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, and as I say it, it sounds ridiculous.
It is
but
ridiculous.
I would prefer to stay up super late. Like, that's my normal nature. I still stay up way too late.
But it doesn't matter whether you're working or not. You wake up early. So
Yeah,
then, sorry, you
sometimes
are a
up
morning.
to 6 something.
You are a morning person. Come on, you can't be waking up at 5 a.m. on the weekends and not call yourself a morning
Well,
person.
now you're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
I am a true night person.
yeah.
I can sleep until you kick me in the head. I love to sleep. I love to sleep in. I was the stay up all night guy when I was a kid. You're used to keeping wacky hours. You never know when you're going to be called.
Yeah.
You've got to go to work sometimes on a half-hour sleep.
Yeah, a lot. And
So-
always early mornings. So I get it. But, I mean, I don't have to do it every single day like you guys.
Do you feel a little goofy?
No. But I will say this. I remember, I don't know if we did this one other time or a couple other times, and maybe it wasn't this early. I just find you guys so funny. And then when you haven't slept, you know how everything is 10 times funnier. So I mean, I don't know what
That's
you're gonna...
that goofy thing that
Yeah.
Josh is talking about.
He's become delirious.
It's kept us going for decades.
Seriously.
That goofy kind of almost high.
Yes.
You're so tired, you're almost high or drunk.
We've always felt a special bond with the early morning brotherhood. You know, the folks that tune in from the get-go,
yeah.
because we know they're in the same boat, right?
Yep.
And when people will say, "God, you know, waking up in the middle of the night, is that awful?" And it's like, or do you get used to it? It's not necessarily, at least in my case, that you get used to it. The difference is, it's just not weird.
Yeah.
At first, I remember thinking, this isn't right. This is abnormal.
When
it was
you
a weird
also realize
feeling.
there's a lot of people doing it, you know? I mean, when you're out driving or you just kind of think, okay, there are a lot of jobs where this is what it is. So you're not alone, but it still doesn't make it easy.
Janel Klein, check it in with us right away. It's going to be a special day. Right away, here's some text messages coming in saying Janelle is a super fox.
They're delirious, clearly.
They haven't gotten enough sleep,
Right, exactly.
you think?
Yes.
Are you wetting your pants over the engagement announcement from Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift?
Well, I mean, the whole world is. I will say, I mean, I'm not... I'm very familiar with her music. I like her. Did you guys listen to the podcast they did, though?
No.
Yes.
Oh, just portions. I didn't listen to the whole thing.
I mean, I don't really understand the hate for her. I think she is unbelievable.
I think it's just overexposure for the most
That's
part.
probably it, but I don't think that's her fault. I mean, the talent that she has, the drive that she has, I respect the heck out of her.
Were we all together where somebody was wearing a shirt? It was a Travis Kelce related shirt.
At the state fair, short but fat cheeses.
Oh, that's who it was? And it just said Taylor's boyfriend instead of Kelce on there?
Yeah.
I was thrown by that. Yeah, that was just Saturday at the fair. Short but fat cheeses T-shirt said, was it I love Taylor's boyfriend or?
It was something about just Taylor. I thought it was made to look like a Travis Kelce jersey.
I didn't understand, so I said, well, who's Taylor?
It took me a second, too. I should have figured it out.
Or I think I said, who is Taylor or who is Taylor's boyfriend? And she said, well, it's Travis. So she's my wife, pumped.
Is she
really?
excited?
Is she into this?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you think pretty soon it's going to be Travis Swift? Is he going to take her last name?
Dude, I would.
The NFL might be excited about it because they'll sell more jerseys.
My God, they must be over the moon.
So with this engagement announcement of Travis, I keep wanting to call him, you just said it, I keep wanting to call him Travis Swift.
It might be that sometime.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I'm also totally unfamiliar with her for the most part until this thing happened.
I'm familiar with her just because when my daughter was little, she was obsessed with her. Back when she was doing like country music.
Yeah.
She was obsessed with her.
Until she entered the world of the NFL, I wouldn't have known her if she was doing cartwheels in my backyard.
Yeah.
But my wife totally dialed into this. And by the way, there's a new mission in my household. A new operation is the word, actually. And I'm expected to perform. So it all started last night. We were watching some television at the ass end of the night. And by the way, the operation has a name. It's called Operation Welcome to This Century. And I'll explain how this started. So we're watching television last night, my wife and I, and two women were singing on television. One of them I recognized as Gloria Estefan from the Miami Sound Machine. Come on, everybody, and get the conga. Don't you want to hang out a little longer? Did you have that 45, Josh, as a kid?
No, but I really liked it when it would show up on WLOL or KDWB back in the day.
She
Turn the beat around.
Oh, I don't think that's her. Turn the beat around. That was somebody else.
Was it?
Yeah.
I screwed up.
I believe. She had some big hits in the 80s. I remember the Miami Sound Machine and Gloria Estefan. So we're watching television. Two women are singing on television. I recognized the one on the left quite easily as Gloria Estefan. And I asked my wife, well, who's that other lady? And she said, quite sternly, that's Kelly Clarkson. And she said, you need to know who she is.
I agree. She is the voice of an angel.
Oh,
she can
she
sing
does.
anything.
And I said, Josh, it's funny that I said, oh, yeah, Josh once in a while, and what I was going to say was Josh once in a while brings her up. I was interrupted, and my wife told me that I need to know who some of these people are. And so she said, there's a new directive in our household, and she's naming it Operation Welcome to This Century. She's burned out on the fact that I have no idea who anybody is anymore, and I haven't for decades. And she also told me, you will be happy for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce because they're good people, and it's a wonderful thing. So here I go, Josh. Now it's like I'm back in school again. Now I'm.
Is she going to make you flashcards, or is she, like, oh, who's this person
Well,
now?
see,
I love that she's disappointed you don't know who Kelly Clarkson is.
Dude, it takes a lot for her to look at me sometimes. She's watching television. She's got her computer in front of her. She's always working on something, right? With her. But she turned to me and said, you will know who she is. And I said, well, Jesus balls. I'm sorry I even entered the friggin' room. So, it's funny you bring up the flashcards thing, Dana, because a couple weeks ago, we played that game with Janel where we read off a name, and Janel had to tell us whether it was a wrestler, a rock star, or an actor.
Rapper.
A rapper. I really still, like I said at that moment, I would love to try that game sometime where you guys quiz. Maybe it will help me succeed in Operation Welcome to This Century.
Oh, that reminds me of a conversation we were having at the fair Saturday. And thanks again to everybody that came out. I'll tell you what, that was awesome. That was so cool to meet so many people. You really made our day. And there was a couple of young guys who couldn't have been nicer, and they were wearing shirts of an artist. And I had so many questions. And at the end, I just said, I'm sorry for being the oldest guy here. I was really interested in kind of what they were listening to and stuff. And I realized, everybody seemed to know it except for me.
I remember the two young kids who were going to the rap show.
Yeah, they were going to Atmosphere.
Yeah. And I think
I'm fascinated because anytime you bring up Atmosphere, people of all genres, whatever music they're into, it seems like they absolutely love Atmosphere. And so I wanted to know more about, that's the dude, right? And then there's a couple other guys.
He is a dude, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple other guys in there. So I was very fascinated, and I love the fact he's from Minnesota. I thought that was cool.
And I think you asked them, well, who else is playing? Well, you knew that.
I knew who else was in that, his group.
Oh, right. And they were like,
DJ Prof, is that right?
DJ Prof.
He was in there at one point. I think he's out now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But yes, I remember that. They rattled off all these other members of the Atmosphere
and
setup.
They're really into it.
And they rattled off some of the other acts that were performing that night at the State Fair. And you had a completely blank look on your face.
And I'm asking them all these questions. I was so fascinated because they were so into it, They were passionate about it. Yeah, so that was my Kelly Clarkson moment, where it seemed like everyone else was like, yeah, dude, it's this. And it was so obvious, and I missed out.
It was a cute little moment where almost like a dad taking interest in their kids' hobbies, and asking questions.
Hey, fellow kids.
Yeah, exactly. Steve who sent me that meme.
Yeah.
So, I'm totally lost. 9 times out of 10 with who's who. And this has been a thing for years. But I guess I'm going to learn. My wife more or less informed me that I am going to learn who is who. I am going to be happy for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And last night, Josh, was the first time I'd ever seen Kelly Clarkson in my life. So I'll keep you updated on this and how I'm doing. I have a feeling it'll be a lot like other classes I've taken in my life, and I will fail.
No, you're a quick learner.
Operation Welcome to This Century.
I can't wait to hear about the curriculum for this. And I really feel like there's no one better for this job than your wife.
Yeah,
she's hip, she's cool, she can do this.
She'll turn the screws on me. She does really get into all that stuff, like the latest singers, hot celebrity couples, and what she does. I don't follow it. She is all in.
So before this happened, how did you feel about Travis and Taylor? Were you just ambivalent, or did you have an opinion, or what did you think?
I was much more anti-Travis Kelce than I would ever have even thought to be anti-Taylor Swift. I don't know anything about Taylor Swift. I know she's a singer. That's the extent of it.
Yeah.
So, yes, I have spent some time on this radio show bashing Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, just because I am so burned out on it.
Yeah.
So burned out on those characters being everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere and all the time.
Yeah, I get that. I will say, and I'm not a big podcast listener, I did listen to him and his brother and her, and they are so charming and so normal. And I think it'd be hard for you to listen to that and not really like them. So
I completely-
maybe that's your assignment.
Yeah, I completely agree, Janelle. That podcast, it was so just charming and heartwarming. It was like they looked like a couple of high school kids in love. It was
totally.
adorable.
Yeah.
So, I'm not a Travis Kelce fan either, just like Nick. The guy, it's overexposure, and it's probably not their fault. Although Travis Kelce sometimes comes across like, a bit of a douchebag.
A bit of a meathead, for sure.
I agree with that, for sure.
But, yeah, I think for a lot of people, it's the overexposure. A few people, or I should say like two people said politics. Of course, there's got to be I don't know anything about either one of their politics. And then also how much she charges for a concert. I mean, shoot, Nick and I were talking about this just off air. Def Leppard was charging $292 a ticket to see them at the State Fair last night.
You got to be kidding me.
That's terrible.
Somebody brought that up to me on Friday night at the Brost Out Cancer event.
Yeah.
And I thought, is that right? That seems kind of crazy. And then there was just an article today in the paper saying as much.
I don't know anything about it. I did not go to the Taylor Swift concert. I feel like a lot of that, though, has become the result of the resale market, right?
Exactly.
I don't know that she's setting those prices at $1,000 or whatever. I think it's people buying them up. It's the brokers. And isn't there legislation to kind of cut back on some of that? Or
They're
least
trying
on
to,
the
at least.
fees or
God, I
something?
hope so, because
Yeah, the
it's
fees,
just,
making the fees more transparent.
Yeah, yep.
you should not be paying $300 to see anybody in concert.
That's ridiculous.
Do you know what I think the main lesson of this is, though, you guys? Is this whole idea, so her thing with the concert was she had those friendship bracelets with the letters on them or whatever. Mm-hmm. So do you know what a friendship bracelet is?
I
Do you
do,
remember
but
this?
yes, I don't
It has,
remember
like,
this.
The little beads, right? So you'd have like something spelled out on the bracelet, like hope or love or
Okay,
whatever.
she handed these out at her concert?
Yeah, well, I don't think she handed them out, but it became a thing. So, like, little girls especially were
Okay.
making these bracelets, and then they'd wear them, and they'd exchange them, and it was just kind of this cool part of the
Yeah.
concert. And he got this idea when she played in Kansas City that he was going to make a friendship bracelet with his phone number on it.
Oh.
And talk the elevator lady, like the person who does security at this one elevator,
Right.
to letting him down to see her, to give her this bracelet, because
Right.
he had this little crush on her. And it didn't work. Like, he had no access to her. But in any case, I mean, it went from that to now them being engaged. So I feel like the lesson is take your shot.
Yep.
She even
Well,
said that,
take
right?
your shot if you have $79 million in
you're a
the
Super
bank
Bowl
and
winner.
you're a Pro Bowl,
True.
Super Bowl. Yes, then take your shot.
But not
I
with
get what you're saying.
Yeah, not with Taylor Swift, but if you have a crush on someone,
sure.
you should just do it.
Sure.
Because you just never know.
Shoot your shot, I think, is a slogan that was good.
Yes.
I'm with you, Janel Klein. Go ahead. What do you got to lose? Here's a listener who texted in and said, if my wife's going to turn the screws on me and try to teach me modern celebrities, I should quiz her on rock history. She knows that stuff, too. Because when we were kids, we went to Kiss concerts, Motley Crue concerts, Bon Jovi, Poison, whoever came, AC/DC. She knows that stuff, too. So
She's cool. I text her stuff all the time. We text stuff back and forth about random celebrities and just all kinds of silly stuff.
she doesn't know anything about wrestling at all, not a word.
But she's got it down on everything else.
So maybe I'll make this also Operation Wrestling. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Learn about your 80s tag teams.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, Josh, eventually we all become our dads and become disconnected to the hip world. It's nothing extraordinary or out of the... It happens to all of us.
I'll tell you, when my dad, he did his best, right, to try and get into the music I liked, and I didn't want him to. I thought, oh, Dad, I don't want to like the same music as
He really
you.
tried to... Really?
He tried to, yeah. I mean, because that was, at the time, that was my entire life, right? That's what I wanted to do, was be a touring guitar player, and that's all, my entire day was devoted to rock music. And, like, school, everything.
So he actually would sit down and listen to some of it with you.
Well, like in the car, he'd let me do it. And then sometimes, like,
God.
he'd come down to my room or whatever, and sometimes, like, listen to what I was listening to.
Interesting.
And Metallica was really the only band that he got into. Well, maybe got into is a strong way to put it, but he actually appreciated it.
Oh, because my old man, there was only 5 words he had to say. You guys have heard it before. There's only 5 words he had to say when I cranked my music as a kid. Turn down that acid rock. Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
DoorDashing Jesus said he spent $450 on Linkin Park tickets.
Dude.
Wow.
It's terrible.
I mean, even with bands that I love, it'd be tough to justify that amount of money.
Absolutely terrible. Well, there you go, Josh. This is funny, and this guy's, he's spot on, and you have to be a little older maybe to get the joke. Eastbound at sundown, Jesus says, the only way I would ever know who Kelly Clarkson is if she married Mike Schmidt, who's an old...
the baseball player.
Right, an old power hitting. He's right. I know 70s and 80s sports. I know 70s and 80s music.
Hey, Travis Kelce tried to grow his mustache. I mean, so there's maybe a little... combination there.
That's brilliant, Eastbound at Sundown, Jesus, because that is accurate. The only way I would know who a modern singer is like Kelly Clarkson is if she married a 70s or 80s athlete like Mike Schmidt. Yes, they have a little bit of an age difference there. I think Mike Schmidt's probably around 75 years old now. I don't know how old Kelly Clarkson.
Be a hell of a power couple right there.
So Kelly Clarkson and Gloria Estefan last night on television, Josh, stood up and sang conga together. The song, the old.
Oh yeah,
they sang conga.
That Mr. Know-It-All song by Kelly Clarkson, that'll bring a tear to your eye right there.
Oh yeah, and you're right though, Josh. She can sing anything.
Yeah, there's nothing she can't sing.
I've heard you say it for years, Josh.
And she seems like a sweetheart.
Kelly Clarkson is engaged to Mike Schmidt or some other Major League All-Star from the early 80s. That would be something.
I had a feeling this was going to happen. People are texting in, shooting their shot with you.
Oh, God.
By the way.
I'm no Taylor Swift, you guys. Sorry. I have no talent.
Well, they're just following your advice.
My advice, I know.
You gave the advice.
Was it the guy, Josh, who said, okay, I'll shoot my shot. I have an extra ticket for the Rock the River cruise coming up. Will Janelle be my date?
A few people have said they're shooting their shot, but they would like you to talk to their wife about it and just smooth things over.
I'm sure that would go great.
Would you talk to the old lady first? Try to get that. All right, well, there you go. What a wonderful, exciting day. What else is going on today, Josh? Anything?
I was thinking about concert tickets, and somebody reminded me of the story they told. They sold some Taylor Swift tickets. They got at face value and made almost $4,000 selling these tickets. When Miley Cyrus transitioned from Hannah Montana to Miley Cyrus, I was lucky enough to get free tickets from the radio station. We were owned by Disney at the time. They gave me some, and one of the sales guys here told me, he's like, dude, I've got a buddy that will give you $1,000 per ticket for one of those. And this is, 20 years ago, a long time ago.
It's a long time ago.
And maybe not 20, it was less than that. But for a split second, I thought about telling my daughter, because I got them for her. She had to cancel. It was there, but I thought, I can't sell these. I got them for free, and she wanted to go so bad.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And I'd never heard of anything like that before. I didn't know she was that popular. I barely knew who she was outside of the television show.
Did
Hannah
you
Montana.
go then?
Horrible.
Oh, no.
Oh, you didn't?
My wife took it.
Oh, okay. I just want to know what you thought.
No, thank God my wife will do all that, like Cheetah Girls and all that kind of stuff. She took her all that kind of thing.
It's so terrible. I feel bad for kids these days. But I don't often say anything nice to kids these days. I feel bad for parents. It's terrible. Your kid wants to go see a friggin' concert. Your kid wants to go see a ball game. Give me a break. It's just highway robbery.
It is.
It's totally unnecessary.
Well, it's not even the tickets, right? It's everything around it. How much were people saying they were paying to park at a Vikings game?
Oh, it's like 50, 60, $100.
Yeah, somebody said $100.
F me.
They paid. And then obviously you want to get a beer. And you understand, right, that's what it's going to be if you go out. But at the same time, it adds up. And if you have a family, it's ridiculous. You got to save up for something like that.
Well, that's why I always talk about how much I love the old Metrodome. And people think I'm joking or think I'm like, well, we got Target Field now. That's worlds better. I'm like, yeah, of course it is. But the only reason I was able to see Major League Baseball games as a kid was because Metrodome prices were dirt cheap. If Target Field was around when I was 10 years old, my parents couldn't afford to take me to a damn game.
I bought a Pepsi at one of those places, and the guy's like, yeah, sorry, dude. He even felt bad. He's like, here's a 20-ouncer. He's like, I'm sorry, this is stadium prices. That's $8. I'm like, oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
When we were kids, if we wanted to go see a North Star game or a Vikings game or a Twins game, wanted to go see a concert, we could use our own money.
Yeah.
We could use our own money.
I keep old ticket stubs from back in the day, from Twins games, concerts, and stuff, and I sometimes look back, and you mentioned Lincoln Park. I saw Lincoln Park at the Quest for $15 back in the day.
And Chester was in the band.
And Chester was still with us. Yes, exactly.
Stanley Cup Finals, 1991. The finals. Mm-hmm. We got tickets for $20.
Oh, my gosh.
That's nuts.
All right. This is so much fun having Janelle here early.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's got the staying power to make it till 9.
It's going to be tough.
It depends on when that buzz wears off,
Right?
you know?
Yeah, you're already looking a little funny. Your eyes have already started to close a little bit.
It is funny how many times after our first break, Nick will go, I don't think we can keep this up.
That is true.
You'll say, what more do people want?
That is true. After our first break, when the mics are turned off,
Right, 3 times a week.
3 or 4 times a week, usually one of us will say, well, that's about all I got. I don't think I got anything left.
I'm exhausted.
Oh, God.
All right, before we go, another heads up to our wonderful listening audience on what is being called the greatest in-person radio promotion of the year. And we mentioned it yesterday. We're going to keep letting you know about this because at one point or another, this is likely to sell out. The greatest in-person radio promotion of the year coming up this Saturday at Apple Ford and Apple Valley. Josh and Nick, maybe you've heard of them, will be there from 11 to 1. Apple Ford and Apple Valley. I mean, make plans now. Come out and experience a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity this Saturday at Apple Ford and Apple Valley.
I've never known you guys to do something like this together.
I was just thinking
we
the same
always
thing,
ask.
Janelle.
That's why they're calling it, Janelle. I just said the greatest in-person radio promotion of the year.
I might come out for that.
You
Please
should.
stop by,
I hope
Janelle.
folks do. Anybody that wanted to get on the boat, that sold
Yeah.
out, couldn't make it to the fair, couldn't make it to the Bro Style Cancer thing. Yeah, show up on Saturday. Free. There's food trucks. Big savings on vehicle. I sound like a commercial, but
You do.
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying this is the kind of thing that's going out there. I mean, like couple grand on
Oh, wow.
on new
That's
vehicles. Those guys are awesome out there. I've known them for 20 years.
It's going to be like a Kelly Clarkson concert,
Right.
Whoever the hell she is.
but with a lot more middle-aged to elderly men. That's what this is going. I'm telling you, don't miss it, for God's sake, this Saturday, 11 to 1, Apple Ford and Apple Valley. We'll take a little breaky break. Before you know it, we'll be back with the Stupid News Report on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
This is Michael Rosenbaum. Drinking and driving will change your whole world. The next time you're out with your friends, consider what would happen if you got pulled over after drinking, like legal fees or the time in court, or a DUI on your record. Your decision to drink and drive could change someone else's world too if you hurt or kill them in a crash. Instead, what if your decision to call a sober ride changed your world for the better? Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yeah. Difficult to sleep when you're totally insane.
Very true.
Dana, you're nuts. You have trouble sleeping?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Can't sleep.
Never. Doctor's very concerned.
Janel Klein in studio with the Half-Assed Morning Show at a much earlier hour than usual. Thank you again, Janel.
So fun to be here, you guys.
Well, you say that now. Wait till about 7:30.
That's when it hits. Yeah.
Very pleased to have you. Getting a lot of positive response, including from my mother, who texted to say she approves.
That just made my day. Thank you, Josh's mom.
Oh, my mom got giddy when I was on the phone with her yesterday, Janelle, and I said, I don't want to get you too excited, but the plan is that Janelle's going to be here from the get-go. She got so excited. She loved meeting you on Friday at the Chicken Pros.
I was just going to say that was the highlight of my Friday night, meeting your parents. They are the nicest people, so sweet. That was just really cool to get to meet them.
Everyone says that about my parents, and then they think, well, what the hell went wrong with you, Dana?
And I've heard people ask them that, too.
Yeah.
It's not always the parents' fault when a kid turns out sideways.
Your dad corrected me, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went up and I said, Mr. Wessel, great to see you. And he goes, no, Dale.
No.
You don't call me Mr. Wessel, it's Dale.
That's nice.
This will be Janelle's very first live experience with a Stupid News report.
Oh, and this is a good one, too.
And I hope you enjoy yourself.
Do you guys think it'll be hard to differentiate from stupid news and my real job?
Yes. More and more, the two are blending.
Right, that's what I mean. It's like you can't tell what's real anymore.
Yeah, you cover the ridiculous.
I bet you've, in your television career, Janelle, I bet you've had to attend some town meetings, some city council meetings. Let's find out what happened with this and that. And you talk to the mayor and you talk to a citizen, right?
Right, yep.
Not usually the type of setting that creates much comedy.
No.
Boring,
usually.
Unless you like watching enraged or psychotic people, because sometimes you'll get that for sure.
Rarely. Not often. Boring is the word that Janel Klein used. This is great. A text message just came in that says, Norwegian ox alert. Yeah, send out the alert. The Norwegian ox is sitting in at 6:25.
Yeah, shine that light in the sky.
And just for the record, that's a nickname that she created for herself.
I might start lifting some heavy things.
Yes. I remember that day. That was so funny. We were talking about...
Was it your height or what?
Well, we were talking about some hot babes in town. Like, Janelle was hanging out with hot babes. And Janelle said, I felt so awkward. Here are all these adorable little ladies, and I'm this big Norwegian ox. And I said, what in the hell kind of weird self-image do you have? It was very funny.
It's not wrong.
Ghost Bear Jesus, he's a little concerned about you,
Okay.
Janelle. For the record, you're helping us filling in for Ashley.
Yep.
She's on maternity leave.
Ooh.
And your co-worker, Ashley. She's almost like a daughter to us, or certainly a kid's sister.
For Christ's sake, sure.
Janelle must be going through some tough times if she's there at 5:30 in the morning. No. She's doing us a favor. She's doing fine. No reason to worry.
So, not often that a boring-ass town meeting creates much comedy. At least that was my opinion before I saw the video and heard the audio of a township meeting in a place called Cecil, Pennsylvania. Over there in Cecil, they set up a little meeting with, the city council type of folks and whatnot, right? Average citizens as well are seated in the room. And they were all there to jaw-jack about whether or not the town was going to go ahead and shut down the local motocross track. They raced those speedy little dirt bikes around the track, Cubby.
Yeah, there's no way I'd want to shut that down. I wish we had one in our town.
There have been noise complaints coming in, don't you know? The bikes are too loud, according to some people in the town of Cecil, so they held this meeting to discuss whether or not they're going to shut the joint smooth down. I think they call the track Steel Town MX, which sounds pretty cool. Now, during this open forum type town meeting, one particular dude wanted to speak his piece or say his piece. What's the proper way to, anyway?
Yeah, speak his piece.
Speak his piece. One particular dude, he was not in favor of shutting down the track. He said, either you hear them where they're supposed to be or where they're not supposed to be. Okay, that's sure. I'll go along with it. A council member kept interrupting this guy, though. That council member was trying to get the guy to state his name and address. At that point, the dude started making very realistic motorbike noises with his mouth, and he, quote, rode away from the podium and around the room on his imaginary motorbike all the way back to his chair.
I really just came up here to say that you're either going to hear them where they're allowed to be or you're going to hear them where they're not allowed to be.
You need to... Thank you for the entertainment.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that's my favorite audio of the week. My favorite part is he even kick-started the bike, the air bike.
I predict that all of your bros at work today are going to be making motorbike noises with every move that they make. I know I am, because that is friggin' hilarious. Come on. The dude is making believe he's on a motorbike and with the noises, and he's going around the room, and he goes all the way back to his seat. Dead silence otherwise, as you can tell in the room. People are just bewildered by what this guy is doing.
It was great. So, Janelle, I mean, you grew up in Faribault. You've seen people in... So he even kind of leans over to the left like he's planting his weight on his... as he kick-starts this air bike.
Yeah.
Oh, my God,
it's friggin' brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
All right, is that it for public comment? Anyone else?
Oh, there he is again.
If there's further disruption, we're going to have to ask you to leave.
No, keep him. He's great.
I effing love that man.
You don't kick out the life of the party.
How is the whole crowd not laughing? Why is there
Some people were.
Oh, they were? You can't just hear them?
Now, there's also video in here somewheres. This is the shame of it all. This is the shame of it all. There's also a video from the same meeting where some other pro motocross guy stepped in front of the city council there, went up to the podium, and he accused someone in the room of being an alien, and then he made a very angry and obscene jack-off hand motion to the crowd. That guy ruined it. His buddy was so creative and hilarious with the motorbike sound effects. Dude who did the jack-off hand gesture, he ruined it. They lost all credibility right there. It was weak.
Hey, Haley. This is
And he looked like he was having a lot of fun.
Oh, he was having a great... Everyone was having fun. I would have... Wasn't it a shame that his buddy ruined it?
Yeah. I don't know if his buddy thought, I got to try and one up this.
I think that's exactly what it was.
Sometimes if somebody's got something good, just let it go.
That should have been...
He's got the better stuff today.
The wing, ding, 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 that should have been your statement. But some other guy got up there and angrily does the jack off. It's like, what are you doing, dude? You ruined everything. And at the end of the meeting, the city council decided they're going to close the track. Well, blame that other guy, the wing, ding, ding, ding. That guy did his best. The other guy friggin' blew it.
Give the wing, ding, ding guy a key to the city. One of those honorary, accomplishments.
I was upset at the second guy. So upset.
We got to get him on the air. We got to.
I don't want him to say a word.
We don't know his name and address.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's true. He wouldn't give it to anybody, would he? This is great. People like Dumbass Welder Jesus sent us the meme of when South Park did that for the chopper.
The motorcycles, the Harley Davidsons.
Remember, we did that bit around here forever, and one guy flipped out. He did not think that was funny whatsoever. But and of course, all that did was encourage us to do it more.
Yeah.
The old South Park episode where they're making fun of the Harley riders.
That was so fun.
I would love to get the wing ding ding guy on the air, but I don't want him to speak. I only want him to communicate with us through motorbike sound effects, motocross sound effects.
You're right. You know, they do say don't meet your heroes. Yeah, I want this to be him. He does kind of go between, like a motocross bike and a sheep a little bit there.
I mean, they're similar.
But it works, though.
There are quite a few people texting in saying that is going to be their new ringtone, and this guy rules. He does. He rules.
Hey, yeah, if you want it, if you don't have it on your own, 93xjosh@gmail.com. Email me. I'll send it to you. I've got 2 versions. Tell me if you want the shorter or longer one.
Unbelievable. Awesome. Sorry. Well, I did read at the end of the story that even though the city council decided they're going to close down the track, Wing-da-ding-ding guy and a few other riders in town they're not giving up yet. They're going to try some more. They're going to make a few more efforts to get the track reopened. I hope it works out. Just don't. What the hell is this?
What does the fox say?
Absolute magic. That's what that is, Janelle. Magic.
That was pretty good.
How lucky would you be if you were covering that?
Oh, God. I mean, I would not be able to not laugh. That's why I said I don't know how anyone in there's not dying laughing.
If you record that, you're at the city council meeting, you record that and everything, you can demand quite a bit of money.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
I bet. Look, CNN or whoever you are, I got television gold here.
That's right.
And you're going to have to give me a fortune if you want me to turn it over to you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like I said, I predict anyone on a job site, office job, doesn't matter what you're doing today. I encourage you, every move you make, make yourself out to be a motorbike. Everyone on the job site, everyone in the office will get a kick out of it.
Box handler Jesus says, no, it's not the difference, but it's not a sheep or a goat and a motocross bike. He's just demonstrating a 2-stroke and a 4-stroke with his tone variations.
Yeah, I did hear a couple comments on that. Yeah, someone texted in and said, obviously this guy's still riding a 2-stroke.
Just want to know his name and what his deal is.
Yeah.
So people are texting, want to know my email address again. Josh at 93x.com sometimes works.
Yeah.
But 93xjosh@gmail.com, that always works.
I went around the track there real quick, Josh.
Yeah, that set a record.
Yeah. All right.
What would it sound like if you took a jump in the middle of that?
Okay, let me try. I can't do it. I don't know.
Makes me want to play the old NES game Excite Bike.
Oh, that's such a good game.
That was a great game.
Have you tried it lately?
Yeah.
It sucks.
Oh, it does?
No, I still enjoy it.
I loved it when I was an 8th grader.
It doesn't hold up?
No, it doesn't hold up at all.
That was one of my favorite games.
When I was an 8th grade kid and I'd go to my buddy's house, because I didn't have Nintendo, I'd go to my buddy's house, I'd play Excite Bike until my hand went numb. Now it's so lame. It totally sucks.
Darn it. What about Pitfall? Have you played that one?
Sucks.
Dang.
Yep.
Man. I love that one too.
All right. We make a living using our big fat yappers. We're expected to be able to speak coherently. And by damn, some days are easier than others. So we can relate to the struggles of this lady. The struggles that this lady was up against. A woman in Atlanta jumped up onto that godless, cowardly, and wildly misinformed social media. This lady went over there to share a voicemail that she got from her dermatologist. And she did that because the lady from her dermatologist office left a stammering, half-cocked voice message. The gal leaving the message had trouble getting the proper words out of her yap, and she also kept cracking up with a coworker in the background. She called to tell her patient that they did some tests on her skin and found a bacteria in there called Pantoa. And that can cause skin infections. It's not dangerous, but that's not the point. The reason the dermatologist lady couldn't hold it together was because she tried to spell Pantoa over the phone and had to come up with different words to clarify each letter. Like in the military, those words are Alpha, Bravo, Charlie for ABC. Boys to men, ABC, BBD. But anyway, the dermatologist gal, she was spelling Pantoa on the fly. She went with P as in pork. And she and her background coworker got a case of the giggles. Once she started laughing, she couldn't stop. It's fun audio. They're having a good time.
Hey, Haley. This is Kat with Babcock Dermatology. The culture came back with a bacteria called Pantoia species, and that is spelled P as in pork. Sorry. A as in apple, N as in new. I'm so sorry. Okay, T as in tree, O as in orange, E as in earth, A as in apple.
It just became a gong show.
I've been in that same situation.
For the record, the official word for the letter P is Papa. But this lady went on social media to share that voicemail. And, I feel bad for the dermatologist lady on the phone. She just had trouble from the get-go, and it got worse, and it got worse.
You could hear it in her voice like, oh, no.
Yes.
I screwed this up right away.
At one point or another, you must have edited it out, Josh. At one point or another, I thought in the message, the dermatologist lady said, okay, I have to hurry up, like this is going too long or something. At any rate, getting a case of the giggles like that, it can get you. You know what gimmick I always love is if you go to YouTube, and Janelle, I wonder if you've been on the front lines for this, when a news anchor, television news anchor, who Janelle established yesterday has the easiest job in all of
all of media.
All media.
Am I going to get backlash for that?
Don't care. You shouldn't be worried about that. We're going to tell Randy that today.
I can't wait.
Janelle yesterday said, by far the easiest job in her industry is the television news anchor. They just sit there and read while looking into a camera. But you know what gimmick always gets me when I'm on YouTube? When a television news anchor has a very serious story in front of them, but they can't keep from laughing because they've gotten a case of the giggles from something that happened earlier or something that's happening off air, and they're unable to control themselves while trying to read a serious story. That is fun entertainment.
I know there's Josh, I'm trying to find, there was a relatively famous one. I don't want to misquote it, but she was supposed to report a death, and she said something terribly wrong.
That rings a bell.
Yeah, it was like a very sad story, and she screwed it up really bad.
So the dermatologist lady said P as in pork, which is very funny. Josh, you've watched enough movies. You want to try your hand at the military alphabet?
Well, I probably could only get as far as you did.
Well, how far did I get? I went Alpha, Bravo, Charlie.
Yeah.
All right, what about, think about some of your favorite war movies. What about D?
D, Delta.
Yeah. E.
Echo.
I have a feeling you're going to do well with this.
I do read a lot of, political thriller, spy novels.
Sure. F.
Foxtrot.
Yeah. G. This one threw me when I was reading it earlier.
G. Golf?
Yeah, golf. H.
Oh, that's hotel.
Mm-hmm. I.
Indiana.
India.
Oh, India.
You're close enough. Are there any others that you know off the top of your head?
Kilo.
Kilo is K.
Lima.
L is Lima.
November.
Yep.
Oscar.
Yep.
Romeo.
Yep.
Tango. Victory Whiskey.
I'm sorry.
Are a lot.
Victory Whiskey?
Yeah, so I'm missing something. Zulu.
Yep.
Is X just X-ray?
Yes.
Yankee.
There's only two I haven't run.
Did I say Sierra already?
No, but you got that one correct as well. All you're missing here is J. It's part of a hot couple from back in the day. J.
What? Hot couple? J-Lo.
He's right.
And Ben Affleck.
He's right.
Jennifer Lopez.
No, Jay is Juliet.
Oh, really?
And the only other one you didn't name, I think, is you.
Yeah, I don't know what that one would
Uniform.
be. Uniform, okay. Yeah, some of them are, I guess you could easily guess.
I think you've officially entered the armed forces. I think with that performance.
Are there any recruiters listening?
God dang. That's impressive as hell. All right. This is the story where Janelle might regret coming in so early.
I was wondering if we're going to get to one of these types of stories.
Janelle is here, and by damn, we're so happy to have her. Way ahead of time. Normally, we don't see her till 7:30, but this might be the moment where you say, for Christ's sake, what am I doing here?
I have made a terrible mistake.
I'm just going to go ahead with this, but be ready, because this is something. In friggin' Russia, a 21-year-old gal and her boyfriend, they strolled on into a hospital a few days ago. They did. The boyfriend was walking much more comfortably than the 21-year-old gal was. And that's because, and they had to whisper this to the gal at the front desk, because it's embarrassing personal stuff right here. The young gal and young guy came over to the hospital because the young lady had a large cucumber in her bottom. And the two of them were unable to haul it out of there themselves. I'll be damned. But it can happen. I lived in St. Cloud for a while. I lived in St. Cloud long enough to know that this can happen. It's too bad. I'm sure they tried everything.
Cucumber.
I bet she was doing squats, crunches. I don't know. Dude might have...
cough, cough it out.
Dude might have slugged her in the solar plexus once or twice.
Lamont breathing, things like that.
You know, they didn't want to have to go to the doctor. They wanted to keep this a secret. And now here we are, thousands of miles away, and we're talking about it. They told the trained professionals at the hospital that the two of them were really, really getting it on. I mean, they did everything they could think of to each other.
You're probably with the person for a long time before you move into the produce section, aren't you? Or is that something...
That depends.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. A friend of mine's friend... He met a gal at a bar, kindergarten teacher.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and wild. Let's just say, you guys know what oral sex is?
I've heard of it.
Okay. She's on the giving end, and apparently citrus was involved. Like you know how you like pulp and orange on one of those old-fashioned?
Yes.
Like that kind of thing happened.
And this was a one-night
stick.
One-night stand.
No, they ended up staying together, I guess it was.
Well, no, but the night that they...
Yes, that was like their first time together.
Their first night together.
She opened the crisper and just pulled out some of their favorite
Used an orange on him.
Yeah, and I think like a grapefruit.
Oh, wow.
For me, it'd be a tangerine at best.
It's just so sticky.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's unnecessary.
And what about stingy?
Yeah, stings. Acid.
Yeah. I mean, just getting some soap there can be a knee dropper.
Janelle, who do you call if you've lost a cucumber?
Like the people at Vlasic, maybe, Clausen?
Your best girlfriend? Who do you call?
You know, it's funny you say this because I have had conversations with friends who are like ER doctors and things like that, and they have stories of people coming in where you're just like, how does this happen?
Yeah.
Like, what are people doing?
Yeah.
Like, and then always the stories that, I mean, you kind of, obviously you feel bad, but it's like the excuses they come up with. And you're like, what?
I just sat on it just right.
It's
total accident.
I'm glad you brought up the excuses. Wait till the end of this sumbitch right here.
We do hear from people who work in the medical field who bring that up. Like you'd be surprised how often this happens.
All the time, I guess.
I feel for these two.
I do too.
They were just having it out. I mean, just buck-ass wild. Everything they could think of. And then everything went sideways when they upped and fired a State Fair blue ribbon quality cucumber up this gal's little hiney. A doctor or two put on the hard hats, and they went in there and fetched that cucumber, and it was a keeper. I think they call this in the produce world, I think they call it a king cucumber.
The picture they showed in the article, that can't be the size of it. It was mammoth.
That was the one.
That's crazy that it was that big.
Just sucks it right up.
And that's when the doctors, when they got it out of there, that's when they noticed something that added to the overall bizarre vibe. The cucumber had a bite taken out of it. And the doctors even went ahead and asked the couple about the bite missing from their anal sex toy cucumber. The couple choose is not the correct word. The couple chose not to provide an answer to that question. And the story tells me they quietly just left the hospital. They didn't feel like talking about it or explaining themselves any further, and they didn't have to. I was kind of surprised the doctors even asked. But maybe the doctor was thinking,
butt teeth.
Yeah, butt teeth.
They'd be concerned about it.
You may have a baby raccoon living in your stomach. I mean, I don't know why they asked, but they did. The couple said, none of your business, and they left.
Janelle, do you mind if I show you a butt cucumber?
I'd rather not.
You don't want to see, I mean, there's nothing like on it.
Okay.
I just want you to get a gist of the size.
Sure,
here.
please.
Take a look at that.
Mm-hmm. Please, she says.
It really has a bite.
Mm-hmm.
On
Look
the
how
end.
big that thing is, though.
There's a lot of questions here.
That's not a first timer,
No.
right? You can't start with something like that.
That's not a starter cucumber.
No. You got to work your way up.
Now, Janelle mentioned the desperate, childlike excuses. And I understand. I mean, you'll try anything to save face, save your reputation. You'll try anything. You'll say anything in certain situations to try and ease the pain. Well, that's not the right word, not the pain. To save embarrassment, to save yourself from embarrassment. And I remember this guy right here. This is an all-timer. All-time dumbest excuse. Years ago, a 40-year-old feller out there in Colombia, he went to a hospital. He was in a hell of a lot of pain. Some bitch couldn't walk. Doctors took an x-ray and found a 37 3/4-inch cucumber in his can. And when the doctors, they beat on the guy until the cucumber fell out of his ass. And then they asked the guy, what gives? And he said this, "Oh, sure, I eat a lot of cucumbers at home. A seed must have grown inside me, like over time." So that's what he said. Seed just grew in his belly, down his ass. And
I'll tell you, stories like this, they actually helped me through some tough times.
Explain yourself.
Well, you and I both discussed that we had, I'm sorry, Janelle. God darn it.
Where are you going with this?
We both had constipation so bad we had to go get it out of a moment of desperation.
Well, I remember you had an experience like that.
Well, and then maybe you remember a week later you called me to say you had the same experience. That's how good friends we are, Janelle. That happened to me, and I called Nick and told him I can't believe what I just had to do. And he's like, "Oh, that's terrible. I can't even imagine."
There's chicks in here, Josh. Where are you going with this?
I know. Well, I'm explaining. So, and then also the first colonoscopy, I was very nervous. Turns out no need to be, by the way. Go get yours. Not a big deal. I thought people enjoy this kind of thing. And it kind of helped me get through it a little bit.
Janelle, do you want me to order you an Uber?
I thought you were going to say, it helps you because it makes you feel normal.
Right. It just took some of the stigma away for me and some of the fear going, you know what? People put giant cucumbers up there.
Oh,
I think I'll be right with this little camera.
That's not what I meant. I meant you listen to this and you're like, okay, I'm not a weirdo.
Oh.
I'm not. Because if this is what's going on.
Oh, sure. You could say that about pretty much every stupid news report.
That's probably true, yeah.
Where you think, I thought I had problems.
These stories can help you in many different ways. For Josh, he thought, look, we tell a story almost every week of someone launching a car up their own ass. Why should I be afraid of a doctor? Janelle's take is these stories in general will overall make you feel better about your own life.
Yeah.
Because at least you're not one of these poor bastards.
Right.
I get both theories. I certainly do. All right. And then this happened, too, over there in England. A couple was trying to get married the other day. in what appeared to be a resort of some kind. You know, they had a nice setup at this resort, rows of chairs, fancy decorations, the whole works. And by damn, they're trying to get married. Before they knowed it, some super foxy pole dancers set up right next door to them and cut loose with all their pole dancing action. That's not fair to do to a player on his wedding day, wagging all that ass in front of a guy who's trying to lead people to believe he's a one-woman man.
Yeah, and he might even have cold feet to begin with. I mean, and if he did, he might assume that's a sign.
Yeah. Can you picture that? I mean, they play all the beautiful music before you walk the aisle. It's an outdoor resort setting. I think there was an ocean in the background or something. And then right next door, gals start planting these poles into the dirt with their little spandex underwears and the little tops, and they start spinning round and round. The wedding coordinators involved had to go over and politely ask the foxy ladies to take their ballerina spins and aerial inverts to a different spot in the resort. The pole dancers were cool about it. Luckily, the bride had no idea at first that strippers, pole dancers were twerking just feet away from the altar. She was in the back getting her hair did or whatever they do. My guess is she would have wet her wedding dress had she spotted them. The groom saw him. He's got a natural radar for that type of thing. And all of his groomsmen spotted the gals right away, too. And they were all reaching into their wallets for ones and fives. The bride said, I don't know if they were doing a class or just practicing or making videos. And I'm not buying this. Here's the next statement from the bride. I wish I could have invited them to the reception. Yeah, I'm not buying that.
No. She's trying to sound cool.
Underrated athleticism.
Oh, without a doubt.
Pole dancers display underrated athleticism.
The best athlete we've ever seen in person was a pole dancer. And she was probably middle-aged.
Yes, she was.
I'm going to guess she was maybe even in her mid-50s.
All the way to the top skis.
Incredible athlete. And we're not even joking.
Upside down, spinning backwards, one leg, a toe, just hanging by a toe all the way down to the bottom. And Josh and I said, what the hell was that? Do that again. And she went up again. All the way to the top, spinning backwards, hanging by a toe, whipping her hair around. And I couldn't believe it.
You, me, the two other guys that were there were wowed.
We did go a little early.
We were in a group of three, and then there was one dude sitting by himself.
Please tell me it was a weekday.
Did you guys talk to her afterwards and be like, what kind of training do you do?
We did jaw jack a little bit with her, but I don't remember the conversation we had.
We were mesmerized.
Oh, God, I would love to know, like, what's your fitness routine and, like, how do you learn that? I don't know. I think it'd be really hard.
Most guys know this. Janelle, most women, I think, would also either know or assume this. We forgot in the moment that when you go to the strip joint at 4:30 in the afternoon, you're not going to have to deal with a big crowd. So it was just me, Cubby, and one other guy. And this gal must have been thinking to herself, oh, for Christ's sake, what are you idiots doing here so early? I thought I could sit back here and drink coffee for a while and smoke cigarettes. But she said, well, showtime is showtime. And she came out and risked her friggin' life for the three of us sitting there at 4:30 in the afternoon at the neighborhood Boom Boom Room.
Now, am I romanticizing this, or was that like a 2-story pole?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was, right?
Way up there.
Where did this happen?
At a local Boom Boom Room.
In Minneapolis.
In Minneapolis.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that you traditionally go once you turn 18. It was kind of a Minnesota tradition.
Oh.
There you go.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
And I don't know if there's something reflecting on the parabolic mic.
Why'd they have a mic all the way out there?
Good question. I don't know.
Well, that was kind of worthless for him to run out there and look at it.
It's interesting, though, that might reflect. Yeah, it is reflecting something, but I don't know how much of an effect it has.
Oh, yeah.
Look how bright it is.
That is bright. And the lefty throwing out of that?
Yeah.
What the hell was going on there, Josh? I missed that.
There was a parabolic mic.
What the hell's a parabolic mic?
It's the one that kind of looks like a satellite dish.
Sure.
I'm sure you've seen them. And so it's out there. They were Citi Field, right? So the Mets and Phillies are playing. And the light was blinding the batters. So they had to stop the game and try and get this thing figured out. The light reflecting off the mic was blinding the batters.
Well, ain't that something right there? hitting them
Don't
right
hear about that.
No, they were getting hit right in the mug with a bright light. You've been watching a lot of baseball, Janel Klein?
Not too much.
It happens.
Couple Twins games, but I don't watch it at home or anything.
I get it. Just yesterday, we were talking to Glenn Perkins about the Twins, saying the boys didn't stand much of a chance up there in Ontario against the Blue Jays. And then last night, they went and pulled off a dramatic win over one of the best teams in baseball. I had fun with this one. There's not a lot of fun to go around with the Twins these days, after the purge from a couple weeks ago. And it's just, that time of year where it seems to drag on. I'm ready for playoff baseball. Let's put a lid on the regular season. But last night was fun. It was.
Do you think so? I'm going to the game on Sunday. Padres, kids' squishy pillow day.
Oh my damn!
Do you think it's going to be a little lonely at the park?
Yeah,
I suppose weather depends.
But it's been lonely all year there.
And it's a holiday weekend. Maybe some folks will show up.
Yeah, the weather's supposed to be great. It is, and you're right. So there might be even more than I anticipate. For that game against the Padres on Sunday, Josh. But it's been lonely all year. There hasn't been, huge crowds this year in general. So, plush pillow day, what'd you say?
Kids squishy pillow day.
You got to show up for that.
You never miss kids squishy pillow day.
No. We put this on our calendar as soon as they put out the schedule.
All right. We got plenty more to cover in a half hour. Janel Klein is here, and then joining us in a half hour, Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder, and they're going to be very excited to know that Janel, joined us right away from 5:30 this morning. But before we go, in the stupid news, we had a story of a Russian couple that walked into a hospital, and the reason they had to make a quick appointment was the female had a massive cucumber stuck in her bottom. The two of them couldn't get out themselves. They had to come to the hospital so professionals could deal with it. And she lived. She made it. Trash Trucker Jesus texted in and said, friggin' rookies. 2 words. These are the only words you got to remember if you're going to play butt games. 2 words. Flared base.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. You start with a squash.
You say it, Janel. Flared base. I want you to remember this. I don't want you to run into the same problems that these Russian people do.
Janel, don't turn and look at me. I can't help you here. You're on your own.
Well, what if somebody asks you for advice? You're learned. What do you say? You don't want to leave them hanging. You don't want to say you're on your own.
Right. That's true friendship right there, everyone. Nick is really looking out for me.
Flared base. It's the most important 2 words in the butt play vocabulary. Flared base. All right, we got it.
How about this?
Yes.
Say flared.
I don't think so.
We're not going to get her.
Because you guys are going to do something with
it. Oh, no, I promise you we won't do that.
We would never.
Promise.
Hey, Janel, you're not Ashley. We wouldn't do that to you. Your company.
We respect you.
Yeah.
Company.
Flared base is the 2-word slogan of the day. When we come back, Josh will be cutting loose with his news report.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid fire takes.
Y'all went from the Super Bowl straight to the toilet bowl. He's not over the NFL. The NFL is over him.
Scorching debates.
All the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Sorry for what I said because it was appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game.
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Welcome to NFL Flag.
Are you ready?
No matter who you are, lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field and chase something. Chase a goal.
Let's get it.
Chase the big time.
Get down, ladies.
Chase rings. Chase gold medals. Chase all of it. It's all up for grabs now. NFL Flag. Chase something. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and start the chase today.
Half-assed morning show.
It's not just the swearing. Did one of you fornicate?
Fornicate? Look, I've boned a lot of chicks in my time, sure. But as far as I can recall, I've never fornicated anybody.
93X.
The consolation for my daughter and for the other nurses was that he's locked up. He's in custody in his cell, and now they don't have that safe feeling.
A trainee surgeon was granted bail Friday after being accused of secretly recording hundreds of colleagues in hospital restrooms. 28-year-old Ryan Cho let his boner get the best of him rather than exercising any control over his hardened hog. So he's expected to face roughly 500 charges connected to about 4,500 intimate videos. Police say he surreptitiously filmed over the span of nearly 4 years across Australia.
Hardened hog.
I was just going to say,
did you hear that?
I heard it.
I just reading the story as it was written.
Right.
That's terrible.
It was a hardened hog.
So guy had
an erection.
Dude had hours and hours of videos of people taking a deuce in the hospital bathroom.
Yeah, ones and twos or a combination. I don't know what was going on.
Man, there's all types out there, isn't there, Josh?
Yeah, and we mentioned it before. You can find this stuff on the internet from willing participants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can.
But that's not enough for that.
It's not the same.
Yeah, they want it to be secret.
Just go to joshbitney.com. You can see anything you want.
Investigators believe he also carried out similar recordings in restrooms at 2 other hospitals.
So I wonder if there's something about the hospital as well. And it's not just about ones and twos and seeing someone's naked ass and genitalia now and again. I wonder if there's some kind of a fetish for those who are sick or those who are
these
injured.
Were staff bathrooms.
Oh!
So it's folks he worked with.
Oh, I feel like a friggin' idiot.
No, don't.
No, it's my fault.
You were, as you get,
stupid.
You were focused on the hardened hog. You missed that earlier information.
I'm just going to go back to playing Tetris.
No, what do you think of my glasses? I have to wear glasses now.
I really like them.
Yeah.
Does he look sharp, Janel?
Yeah.
Oh, do you really? Or are you just saying that? Because Nick said I look like a nerd.
No, I think you look really smart.
Oh, is that right?
I mean, you are really smart, but this adds like an extra level.
Sure. Okay. All right. I hear what's going on. I was messing up words, so I had to start reading.
You had to do it, yeah.
We're both wearing glasses now, me and Cubby.
Coastal Carolina University's fall semester barely cracked open a syllabus.
Nerd.
When history professor Florence Glaze decided to crack open something else and showed up drunk to school again. Florence was arrested.
Florence?
Yeah.
She can't be a kid.
She's 61.
I would have guessed older than that with a name like Florence.
She was captured on video and posted on Instagram last week with captions, "Teacher showed up hammered and it's only the second day," as campus police escorted her out of the building. School had just started the day before on Wednesday.
The student saying Glaze came stumbling into that building before officers carried her out and conducted a field sobriety test.
In a statement, a spokesperson shared on Thursday, August 21st, Coastal Carolina University was made aware of concerning behavior displayed by a professor during a class. It's not her first run-in with the law for teaching a little Merlot 101. In February, police arrested her for driving on a suspended license and failing to return her license plate and registration after losing insurance. And then in June 2021, she faced charges for DUI, disobeying a police officer, and having an open container in her car. According to police, after crashing into a mailbox during that 2021 incident, she was found with an open box of wine and at least 10 bottles of champagne inside her vehicle. She was having a party. For now, she has been suspended. The investigation is underway, and her classes have been reassigned.
She's a
sober faculty member.
61-year-old?
Yeah, 61.
Yeah, that's one way to retire.
Yeah, I wonder if she's tenured, and she's thinking, you can't do S to me. I'll show up drunk if I want to. Twice now she's done that. And only day 2.
That's amazing.
Florida keeps living up to its legendary reputation. In this case, 49-year-old Jason Brooks turned an ordinary Tuesday morning into a Florida man headline generator last week. His drone, packed with a payload that would make Snoop Dogg proud, crashed straight into a stranger's house. Void of any common sense, he decided the best course of action was to march right up to the front door at 1:30 a.m. in the morning, by the way, and knock.
I gotta call a timeout. He loaded his drone up with weed?
Yeah, with drugs.
Why?
I think he was going to deliver it to somebody.
Oh.
And then at 1:30, he thought, I better knock on the door and ask if I can go in their backyard and get my drug drone.
Yeah, okay. He was delivering it to somebody.
My drug drone.
I just thought he was giving his marijuana a fun ride or something.
I never knew they were using that for that purpose.
That's why I was so confused.
Yeah.
This is the first of 3 drone stories we have this morning.
Okay.
He's flying it over to his buddy's house across town.
Yeah, and he landed in the wrong place.
Oh, what did they do when he knocked on the door at 1:30?
They called the cops.
Oh.
They called the cops.
Did they beat his ass?
No, I don't think they did. When deputies arrived, he explained his drone had landed in the backyard and he wanted his flying narcotics delivery system back. A deputy reminded him, we can't just be going in people's backyards, to which Brooks casually replied, I know. That's why I knocked. Upon closer inspection, police noted that one of his bags recovered from the drone read in big letters, "Share this," which is nice. Then things got worse for Brooks. Investigators discovered his vehicle was also unregistered and missing a proper license plate, adding another charge.
That's why I knocked. That's a cute answer.
Yeah. Duh.
I did the right thing. Yeah.
Looks like drones aren't just crashing parties in Florida. Here in Minnesota, they're being put to work for the greater good.
The greater good.
The Minnetonka Police Department officially rolled out Minnesota's first drone as first responder program Monday morning, giving the public a look at how unmanned aerial systems can keep the community safe. At a media event outside the department, city and police leaders showed how 6 rooftop-housed drones can take off within minutes of a 911 call and stream live video straight to officers in the field.
F me.
The idea is to cut response times, provide more information before officers arrived, and ultimately improve outcomes for everyone involved. The police chief described the launch as a historic moment for the city. The purpose is simple: to get help where it's needed faster, safer, and smarter.
They're not going in blindly to a police call. They're able to slow down, get the most information they can before they enter into that scene and try and resolve it. So it's going to be a game changer for our agency. It's really going to allow us that piece that we've never had before.
The idea is that having real-time video will let officers approach emergency situations with more caution and better information. Right now, the 6 drones are stationed in 4 spots around Minnetonka and can cover the entire city within about 2 minutes of being launched.
Minnetonka, huh?
Pretty cool. They got drone cops.
Drone cops are ahead of the game over there.
How do they have the tax base for something like that out there in Minnetonka? Struggling. While Minnetonka's drones are busy responding to emergencies, another fleet is taking to the skies with a very different mission: Operation Dinner Delivery. Chipotle has gone airborne. The burrito bigwigs are teaming up with drone service Zipline to bring burritos and bowls to select customers straight from the sky. The program will tap into Zipline's fleet of quiet, zero-emission drones to help orders arrive faster and fresher than ever. And they're calling it Zipotle, which this news lady absolutely loves.
People in the Dallas area will be the first to experience what it's being called Zipotle.
Take it easy.
She likes Zipotle.
She liked that one.
Yeah, she's a fan.
I thought of you when I read that headline, Josh.
Zipotle?
Yeah.
Zipotle is a quick and convenient way for guests to savor our real food from locations that are often tough to reach, according to Chipotle. The drone cruises to your house, hovers about 300 feet above, gently lowers the order to the ground. It'll even navigate around obstacles on its own, making sure everything lands safely and precisely where you need it. With Zipline, you tap a button, and minutes later, your food magically appears. Hot, fresh, and ultra-fast, the company said. For now, Zipotle is only available in the greater Dallas area, which has become known as the drone delivery capital of America.
Of America.
That's right.
A burrito by drone would be cool, but I've always thought a burrito, just the shape, the way it is, would be perfect for a mascot T-shirt gun. You know, they just fire it to you.
Well, haven't you been at a game where they fire burritos and tacos through the mascot gun?
No, they do that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dang, I didn't know.
Yeah, they've been loading tacos and burritos into that pig for years already.
I thought it was on to something original.
I've never caught one, but I've seen them go flying over my head.
A man with a long history of run-ins with the law is now wanted on a new charge after allegedly firing a shot at a Chipotle worker in Minnesota, Minneapolis specifically, because he didn't want to pay for his burrito bowl.
What the hell? What are you doing ordering it if you don't plan on paying for it?
Yeah, he just wanted to eat for free. Prosecutors charged a 32-year-old Brooklyn Center man. Oh, that makes sense. In connection with the June 28th incident. According to the criminal complaint, the man walked into the Chipotle about 4:40 p.m., ordered a burrito bowl, and left without ponying up a penny. An employee followed him out of the parking lot.
Yeah, that's not how this works.
No, wait a minute. He's going to make it so we all have to prepay.
Yeah, he is.
They asked him
Hey, look at how we're all prepaying for gas now.
True.
Well, how the hell did that start? Too many of you douchebags were pumping and cruising out of there.
They asked him to return the food if he wasn't planning on paying. The man responded by pulling out a gun and adding a side of Glock to his stolen meal, firing a round toward the employee, and then hopped into his car, executing a valiant tactical withdrawal. Thankfully, his ballistic precision mirrors his habit of dodging the bill because that bullet missed. The latest charge comes with a nationwide arrest warrant because authorities say at this point they're not too sure where he is.
Oh, this guy got away,
Yeah,
huh?
he's on the run.
For Christ's sake. Send the drones.
Yeah, got to get the drones in there. The Minnesota State Fair reached its first record-breaking attendance of the year on Monday. The Great Minnesota Get-Together saw 145,022 visitors, surpassing the 2017 record for the first Monday of the fair with 144,504 people. Last year just saw 80,546 hardy Minnesotans with extreme heat and severe storms keeping people home.
What year was that?
Last year.
Oh, well, we didn't have a great year last year?
Well, on the first Monday.
Oh.
In fact, the 2024 Monday was one of the least attended first Mondays in decades.
Oh, Christ, I wish I would have been there.
Today, it's Kids' Day at the fair, so bring the youngins aged 5 to 12 for $15 admission. Ticket deals all day out on rides and games at the Mighty Midway, Kidway, and Adventure Park. The morning kicks off early with ETC Productions staging The Little Mermaid Jr. at Dan Patch Park with performance at 9, 11:30, and 1:30.
There's going to be a show put on there, huh?
Yeah. And I thought this one you might enjoy, Nick. Over at the West End Market, I know you've got some legacy here. Open Eye Theater's whimsical two-wheel tour rolls in. A mini puppet theater pulled by a tandem bike.
Oh, boy.
Shows at 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, and 1:30, followed by a behind-the-scenes peek into the art of puppetry.
A puppet show?
Yeah, puppet show.
I am a puppeteer, and I come from a line of puppeteers. I think I've seen this show. The one
at the fair specifically?
Yes, at the fair. I think I've wandered up on this show before, and it's pretty damn fun. Have you ever seen me, Janelle, display my puppeting skills?
I have not. This is the first I've heard of this.
I could bring in my main puppet. He's a fireman. His name is Josh. Will be the only one in the room to get the joke. His name is Scott Flamison.
Which is an excellent name, if you know who that's based off of.
It's based off a dude who used to work here named Scott Jameson. My mother is also very serious about puppeteering. I would love to put on a show sometime for all of you.
I miss Scott Jameson. Scott was a corporate guy.
Have you met Scott Flamison, the fireman?
Me, personally?
Yes.
Of course. Yeah, you brought him in here before.
Oh, have I? Okay.
Yeah, you brought him in.
Maybe on the Rock the River boat cruise, you put on a little show?
Hey, now.
When the band takes a break, I'd be happy to. I'll have to get my mother involved. She'll come down with her puppets. Have you gone to the fair yet, Janelle?
No, I haven't.
Are you planning on it?
I'm not sure.
Why don't you get a ticket to the Darrell Hall show tomorrow night?
Oh, that would be pretty good.
Why don't you go get a ticket to the Darrell Hall show? My wife and I are going. I'll buy you a pickle rod or whatever what is it? I'll buy you the big pickle.
What do you eat there?
I go for the traditional stuff. I'm not one of these people who are wandering around all day looking for new items. I go for the Pronto Pup. I go for the Spam Burger. I go for corn on the cob, pork chop, that kind of a routine.
Yep, I get it.
We had the meatloaf sundae a few years ago. That was really good.
Oh, that would be good.
That was good. If you're curious about bugs.
Oh, the meatloaf sundae.
Yeah.
My God, that was good.
That was awesome. Entomologists will be on hand to answer questions about insects and all things crawly at the DNR Volunteer Outdoor Stage at 11 and 1.
Scott Flamison, my fireman puppet, he has a lisp.
Oh.
Janelle, he does.
The real Scott Jameson doesn't.
No.
Right.
But he would walk into the studio. Again, this is the most corporate guy that you've ever seen. And he'd kick the door open and go, what up, bitches, pretty much every day. I missed that. I missed that a lot.
Well, where did he go?
I don't know, Michigan or something.
Yeah.
He had enough of this place.
Yeah. With good behavior, he should be out in about a year.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, again, little glasses, little spiky hairdo, collared shirts all the time. Sometimes a sweater over a collared shirt.
Yep.
Just the most pinned down, corporate-looking dork ever. Guy had balls. Walked into the YZ American Legion a few years ago. I invited him to come out and play pool. He walked in. He sees me at the bar and a bunch of other hard-ons he's never seen before in his life. And he says, "What's up, hoes?"
He was the best.
He was all right.
Dana, he can crush some wings.
He can?
Wings with him. Yeah.
Oh, my kind of guy.
A lot of people didn't like him. I liked him.
We loved him. Yeah, two of us were big fans. Later tonight, country legend Hank Williams Jr.
Oh, really?
Still going strong at 76. He'll take the grandstand stage.
I had forgotten he was doing a show. That's outstanding.
And just across from the grandstand at Sweet Martha's Cookies, the 93X booth right there will be selling the new station gear. Pablo broadcast live from the black box that not only rocks, but also hosted Dirty Mike and the Boys back in the day.
Oh, did it ever.
And if you make it out there, be sure and register for tickets to the family reunion featuring Evanescence.
What was that?
I don't know what that was, to be honest.
Evanescence?
Evanescence.
What about them?
They're going to be performing our 93X family reunion show. Which unfortunately is the same night as our booze cruise.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to the booze cruise.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the booze cruise.
Evanescence is going to somehow have to go on without me.
Too bad we couldn't combine them and they could have played on the boat.
That would be fun.
That would have been something. Streaming today on Prime Video, a Chris Pratt hit series terminal list called Dark Wolf. The series serves as the origin story for Navy SEAL Ben Edwards, who finds himself entangled in the black operations side of the CIA. As he delves further into the shadow world of black ops, it becomes increasingly difficult to keep his own darkness at bay. New episodes will be released every Wednesday. Then on Disney Plus, the streaming premiere of Thunderbolts.
Hey, Josh.
Yes, sir.
You were talking about how you're wearing glasses now?
Yeah.
Well, you just took your glasses off.
Because I have to look a different direction. I can't see that far with these glasses on.
Man, what a pain in the ass. Someone texted in about your glasses. They said they bet you look like a true cuck when you put on those glasses.
I don't know. That's why I got them, actually. I was having trouble seeing from that cuck chair.
It's a pretty heavy cuck vibe when you put on the...
view. Jesse on Breaking Bad, Aaron Paul, 46, Alex Lifeson, genius from Rush, 72. Happy anniversary to the lovely sandwich maker Sheezus from Original Ass Man Jesus, who thanks you for putting up with him for 37 years. Way out of my league, Jesus. Text in a birthday shout-out, or a belated one, to his obviously sight-impaired girlfriend, and that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
If you see him, do not approach him. He is considered extremely dangerous. His depravity knows no bounds. I mean, this is someone who has nothing to lose, so I don't know what he's capable of doing.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
And Oliver Marmol just got tossed from this game. Or was it Wilson Contreras?
Yeah, I think it was Contreras walking away. Certainly to look back. He's saying he didn't say anything. Now he's saying all those things he said he didn't say.
Wow, Ollie's got to hold him back. Somebody fires a whole box of bubble gum out onto the field between the plate and first.
Yeah, Wilson Contreras of the St. Louis Cardinals wet his jock the other night up at the plate. He was pissed off at the home plate umpire. He went through some chewing gum all over the field. 6-game suspension for this guy. And I'm calling out a couple websites for clickbait related to this story. I saw, Josh, I'm sure you saw the same headlines. Wilson Contreras completely flips out and throws his bat at his own coach or manager or teammate or whatever. He barely friggin' tossed the bat, for Christ's sake.
It was definitely clickbait.
Clickbait.
It got me, though. I clicked.
Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder have found their way to the broadcast. And you know who's saying right now? They're saying, what took you so long to get here? Janel Klein is saying that right now because she's been here since 5:30 this morning.
Wow.
Why?
Why?
She's asking herself that same question, Brad.
Because she's a wonderful friend and coworker, and because we asked. Because we asked.
And also because she didn't know some of the topics we covered when it's not Randy Shaver time.
Oh, there was a cucumber up somebody's butt. She'll get over it.
Yeah, big deal.
She was just so excited to get to the fair, and you guys are close to the fair, so she wanted to get in the area soon.
Hi, Janelle.
Hi.
Hi, Randy and Brad.
Good morning.
Talk about a nice lady. We asked Janelle if she'd ever want to try sitting in on the whole schmear, and she said, why not? Jungle Jane will try anything once.
Stephanie Luce will try anything once.
So has it exceeded your expectations?
Oh my
Janelle?
gosh, I had no idea what happens in that first chunk of the show, you guys. Missing out.
Have you checked your phone to see what time it is?
Yes, many times.
I've enjoyed the hell out of it, Janelle.
It's been fun.
I hope it's more of a regular thing.
I would love that.
And I think she's going to let her buck all the way to the bitter end. I think you just earned yourself a parking spot.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
And listen to this.
In
Listen
a
to
lot
this.
that's wide open.
That's correct. Anyone you want.
Story of my life, Randy.
If I know you're going to be in there more often, I'll come in more often.
Yes.
Well, what the hell, man?
Oh, we're not good enough for you, Brad? You got to have the added Janelle to come in?
Randy,
Now,
that just leaves Randy. So, Randy?
No, not coming in.
No.
No.
I tried.
Brad Ryder, Janelle, as the old song used to say, she's got a man already. And that's usually C. Willie Miles. Usually when Janelle is here, C. Willie's
Yes, right.
here. Which that was the case yesterday. So, Brad, don't be trying to step in on C. Willie.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would never do that.
Check out this text message. This is going to crack a few of you up. Text came in a few minutes ago. Could you please give kudos to Janelle for being with the show from the very beginning today? It's nice to finally have a female voice among you babbling boys. Somebody's getting a little butthurt when they hear that.
Yeah, that's not fair.
That's funny.
3, 2, 1 for the Twitter post by her. It's coming.
Actually, she's going to join us right after this. After this segment, we're going to hear from Ashley. She's going to check in, tell us how she's doing.
Good.
Apparently, there was one listener who was completely unfamiliar with Ashley and what she contributes to the program, but Josh ain't making that up. She's what, 2 weeks from giving birth, a week and a half? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
And Ashley has contacted us and said she'd like to jaw jack a little bit. So we'll dial up Smashly here when we're done with you.
Do you think she realizes that the baby's not going back now?
She probably has a fairly good idea that this is a permanent situation. Yeah.
She's locked in.
Maybe we'll get to hear from the brand new baby.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And you know what I'm going to say to that baby, don't you, Josh?
No.
Hey, baby! What you doing on the street 2 o'clock in the morning? Selling weed. That's what the baby said. All right, boys and Janelle, let's get into character here.
What does that look like exactly?
Just yesterday, we were talking to Glenn Perkins about the Twins, saying the boys probably didn't stand much of a chance up there in Ontario against the Blue Jays. And then last night they pulled off a dramatic win.
And Walder with a blast. High and deep to right center field. Back it goes to the wall, and that is gone! Matt Walder puts the Twins on top as he homers for the third straight game. It's number 20, and the Bluebirds are out here in Toronto as the Twins surge in front 7-4.
Let's go. Sound more like a Maple Leafs crowd there. That closer for the Blue Jays looked like he wanted to puke.
Yeah.
I mean, as sad and pointless as the Twins have come off over the last month or so, last night was fun to watch.
He is actually, Hoffman has had a really horrible stretch.
Jeff Hoffman, the closer.
Yep, since really the All-Star break. Maybe a little bit before that, because...
So that's why they were so pissed off at the ballpark.
He's blown a number of saves, and his ERA is... I mean, for a closer, his ERA is almost 5. That tells you what kind of season he's had.
He looked like he wanted to just cack right there on the mound.
Yeah.
I watched the middle, 4 innings, I'd say maybe from about the 3rd inning through the 7th inning, and I gave up on it because they made so many base running mistakes.
They were terrible on the base pass.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they were.
So I gave up. I'm not watching this anymore.
I tell you what, I mean, and no offense to Mickey Gasper, but
what?
That guy,
the gas.
He is probably the least of probably the guy you would think would not hit a home run.
Least likely guy to tie the game with a dong.
Exactly. He's not a power hitter
at
all. In fact, the home run was barely 380 feet.
That was his first career home run.
Right. But I mean, he hits the big home run last night, and he ended up with 3 hits last night. So.
Yeah. Does he not look like a World War II era baseball player?
He does, yeah.
Mickey Gasper, the gas.
And he's only on the roster because they've had such catching issues because the backup catcher is out with an injury. So, I mean, he's been asked to kind of fill in. He's an infielder / catcher. He plays all over the place.
Who was the gas from the Mean Street Posse?
Pete Gas.
Pete Gas.
Yeah, Pete Gas.
No relation. So that was, again, it's been miserable. I know a lot of you don't care. But I got nothing better to do. I'm going to watch baseball. And it was just fun to see them pull the rug out from under a great ball club last night, very dramatically, with 2 ninth-inning home runs. And you see the players celebrate in the dugout. They're having some fun. So that was cool. One more with Toronto tonight. The Twins have not named a starting pitcher yet. Hell, it could be you. Oh, what the hell is this?
Oh, it looks like on the website they have Simeon Woods Richardson.
Oh, he's back, right. Listen to this. From left-handed specialist Jesus. Talking about Mickey Gas of the Twins. Left-handed specialist Jesus texted in to say, my wife noticed Mickey Gas's package the other day watching the Twins, and now she can't stop watching Twins baseball. What the hell are you talking about? She checked out his package. Have you guys noticed anything about Mickey Gas's package?
I have not.
I'm going to take notice.
I've noticed the stash. He's got a hell of a stash.
Right.
That's interesting stuff, left-handed specialist Jesus. Oh, man. I don't see any logical reason why we'd have a conversation about something that's 6 months away, but Major League Baseball has upped and released next year's effing schedule already, so go ahead if you got something on your mind.
The Twins' home date is the earliest home date in a long time. It's like April 3rd.
Oh!
I think I also noticed they play 16 or 17 home games in April. Good luck.
Yeah.
Josh is still ice fishing in early April.
Sure is.
Yeah. That's really unusual. I don't know why a schedule maker would sit there and say that's a good thing for the Twins to be playing that many games in April and certainly play that early at home. Just doesn't make a lot of sense.
The organization can't be happy about that because
hurting their numbers.
It's going to hurt their numbers.
Right.
They're probably going to go into an off season and it's going to be the same old. They're not going to spend a lot of money. There's not going to be a ton of excitement, and boom, we're going to have 17 home games in April right out of the chute. That's probably not something they want. But,
as Harry Doyle once said, good seats still available.
There's going to be some available. All right, so they start early. We got plenty of time to prepare for that. I don't know. I'm a little thrown this morning after what Janel said on the air yesterday. I guess we got to.
What did she say?
Oh, sit down. You're sitting down, right, Randy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Josh, I don't think that I can go on until we clear the air on this.
What did she say?
You sure you want to do this?
She didn't comment on somebody's package, did she?
No, she's too classy for that.
Yesterday we were talking about work, and we started talking about the folks in our industry that we're envious of because our perception is they have a cake gig. So I asked Janel, I said, who in your industry has that cake gig where you look at them and go, I could do that?
Right.
I said, is it the van driver when you go to the on-look? Is it the camera guy? Is it the makeup person? And she said, no. Anchor. The lead anchor.
Yeah.
Has the cake gig in the business.
Nick likes to stir things up. But it sounds like, Randy, you might agree.
I would say that there's a lot of benefits to that. Yeah.
Well, this did not go in the direction I wanted it to.
I thought I was going to take some heat, Randy, for that.
Well, he's retired. He doesn't care anymore.
No,
he can admit
doesn't.
it.
That's true. I did say, I wasn't ripping on anyone. I said, I've done both, and I would far rather do anchoring than being out in the field. It's way less pressure, stress.
Okay, I thought this.
It depends on the situation, Janelle.
Well, that's true. Yes,
it
I
depends
agree
on
with
what's
that.
going on.
Yes, on some days.
I think if you've got like breaking news and you're relied upon to be live on the air, then it's a little bit more pressure.
I agree.
Minneapolis is on fire. It's a little bit different.
Well, that's unlikely.
Yeah.
When is that ever going to happen?
That's a bit of hyperbole right there.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to start a big fight. I thought this was going to be the new Pine City, Rush City, Ford, Chevy, Polaris, Articat, fisherman, walleye fisherman versus bass fisherman. Randy, now a retired elderly person, he's letting it slide.
What is she saying that? I guess I don't understand what she's trying to say.
She was forced to answer a question.
Is that job the easiest job?
Yes, that's what she said.
Well, sure. I would agree.
Well, okay, then we can move on.
Yeah.
You've lost a little bit of your piss and vinegar, Randy Shaver. I thought maybe
why would I have piss and vinegar about that?
Because that's what you did for 50 years, for Christ's sake.
Okay, well, there's some difficult parts to it, but for most of the time,
I'll show you some difficult parts.
It's not that hard.
It's all right, Randy Shaver. I just thought maybe we would have a pissing match going on, and it's fine that you guys are just going to be friends. It is similar to. This was also a great Jungle Jane moment when we were discussing, likes and dislikes, and Janelle said, you know who I really can't stand? Stand-up comics.
Willie sitting right there.
Yeah.
We reminded her best friend is
Remember
a
that,
world-class
Janelle?
entertainer.
You said you wanted me to have something like the question was like, what's something everyone else loves that you don't?
That's right.
Yes.
And I said, I don't find stand-up comics funny, ever. I can't remember one time when I watched a stand-up comic and I laughed. I just don't find them funny.
See, Willie was not here that day, but then we informed, and it also went very well, and it speaks to the friendships, I guess, that we have going on these morning shows. Randy's not mad at Janelle over the anchor. See, Willie was not angry either because he said, I'm not a stand-up comic, I am an entertainer.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Also, Randy, it wasn't very often. I think you and I anchored together a couple times.
Oh.
The highlight of my career.
Oh, my gosh.
Now she's trying to smooth things over.
I totally am, Brad.
Well, I wish I could say I could remember that.
Yeah, I know. It was very forgettable for you.
There's been so many over the years.
The viewers wish they could forget it too, Randy.
Oh, man. Randy Shaver, I was watching KARE 11.
Josh, you're right.
I must have done 1,000 push-ups right there.
I was watching KARE 11 the night you were covering the riots, by God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you had a little different approach than you normally do. My goodness. And then you would cut to...
I can't even imagine having to host something like that.
I would change the... I did flip the channels now and again. I flipped over to What's-His-Nuts on the street.
Mike Max?
Mike Max.
Dude, incredible.
He was like,
so great.
yeah, they're burning the sumbitch down. Let's talk to this guy.
That guy is brave, Mike Max. He's like, I'm over here, I'm covering a stabbing, and he's just talking to people.
Yeah.
He wasn't afraid of anything.
And I flipped back to Randy. I think at one point or another, Randy said, wait, what's going on? Because no one knew what the hell was going on. All right.
Yeah.
That's the deal there.
I went to the fair yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
At gunpoint or what?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Who forced you to do that?
Tell us about this, Randy.
I went to the Star Tribune had me out yesterday.
Oh, they paid you.
Well, that's a personal question.
Oh, why didn't you bring this up yesterday?
You know what, Brad? Every time I've been to the fair, somebody has paid me.
Yeah, well, that's what I deducted right away.
You know, now that I think about that, that's been the greatest perk of going to the fair, that somebody's paid me. You know, it's a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that crowded. At least it didn't seem that way.
Well, I'm sure.
I actually enjoyed my walk through the fair yesterday.
Everything's different now. The sky looks different. Everything's different now that you're kind of.
Did you get your milkshake?
I did. $9, Josh.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
$9.
You're the one that got milked.
I'm sorry.
Is this at the dairy barn or where?
Yes, I bought it anyway.
You got to have it.
Well, but the Star
$9
Tribune had you out so you can expense it, can't you?
Boy, Brad, you're a genius.
Yeah.
So that's great, Randy. You were at the Star Trib booth. You were handing out the, don't tell me, they have the chapstick over there.
Oh, I don't know what they're handing out, no.
Did you guys know that every year the Star Trib hands out a different flavor of chapstick?
I did not.
No.
I didn't know this either until my wife and I were there the other day, and she said, well, I have to stop by the Star Trib booth because I always get their chapstick, and there's always a different flavor. Someone text me, and someone's got to know the answer. What's the flavor of their chapstick? It's kind of an odd one.
I should know that.
Yeah. It's kind of an odd flavor this year. It was like burning rubber and...
Sharp.
Yeah. It's a different kind. Someone, I know, 651-989-9393. So you just kind of shook hands and took pictures and...
I was out there. We did kind of like a Q&A about the Strip Varsity show that starts Thursday night. So
your high school football show.
Yeah, so I was out there for about 45 minutes doing some of that. And I stopped by the KARE barn on my way out and saw some friends.
Gave them the finger?
Double birds.
Said hello.
See you, suckers.
Here it is. Listeners have texted in. The flavor of, I'll get there, chapstick that the Star Trib is handing out this year is Norway Pine.
There you go.
That doesn't sound like something I'd want to taste.
Is there like
It might be kind of cool.
Give it a shot, Brad Ryder. Give it a shot before you start popping off. Norway Pine. Here are people texting in. Is the flavor Josh's mom? Does it taste like an old newspaper?
Shame on you.
It is Norway Pine Ski. Well, I'm happy that you had a good time at the fair because normally you do not.
No, you're right, though. The sky looks different. The world is different.
What do you care anymore?
And you're a grandpa. You got a lot of good things going on.
When you were out there with KARE, though, you had to be there for hours, right? I mean, you were stuck there.
Well, you're stuck there. I mean, you get out there probably about 4:15, and you're there until 6. For me, it was like 6:31. I'm out the door at like 6:30. In 30 seconds or whatever. But, yeah, you're out there for about a 3-hour stretch.
Yeah. You're having fun, Randy Shaver.
Mostly hiding in the trailer, to be honest with you.
I mean,
Janelle knows what
no
See,
pressure.
Going back to me saying that anchoring is the easiest job.
A trailer? My goodness. What luxury.
Yeah.
You know.
I've seen that face. I've told this story before, that when I was with the Timberwolves, I was out there doing something, and I was in your barn, and I was in the back chatting up Julie, and we were having a nice conversation. I looked over, and you look like somebody had just shot your dog.
Yeah.
Julie must have been saying, oh, Jesus, here he comes.
Somebody go get me a beer.
Randy's friggin' friend is here again. Oh, man. Yeah, Randy, it's different now. No pressure.
I'm sure you guys enjoyed it when you went out for your 2 hours.
We had a riot on Saturday.
You guys love the fair.
We do.
I do.
I just don't really care for it as much.
Well, and nowadays, the situation you're in now, if this high school football podcast goes nowhere, like most folks expect it to, what do you care? What do you care?
Oh, man.
We had the best crowd ever this past Saturday. It was lined up down the friggin' street. We've always had a good crowd come out and hang out with us at the fair. This year was off the charts.
It was a perfect storm of Saturday afternoon and perfect weather. Mid 60s. It was a great day to be out there.
That's for sure.
I mean, we couldn't believe it. It was so nice of people to welcome us like they did, not expecting anything like that.
Oh, man. Here's a listener who texted in. We were talking about the Star Tribune always hands out chapstick at their booth every year with a different flavor, and this year the flavor is Norway Pine. A listener texted in to say, all I ever taste when I'm at the fair is horse farts.
That's part of the charm.
Yes, it is.
OMG, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged.
Can you believe it?
Tell us about it, Janelle.
Well, we had a little discussion earlier. Listen, I don't understand the hate for her, especially, and I think it's lovely. I think it's great. I told these guys, I'm not a Swiftie. I don't listen to her music that much or whatever, but I listened to the podcast with his brother, and I don't know how you could hear that and not be charmed by them. They seem real. They seem like great people.
It's a wonderful, unbelievable thing. It really is. But I don't get the announcement on social media. Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married, is what Taylor Swift said on social media. What is that? I don't know about you, but their appearance and bank accounts are very different than that of the English teachers and gym teachers that I remember. Is that a reference to a song?
Maybe her lyrics and his, playing a sport?
That's kind of how I read it.
Just a loose connection there?
Oh, all right.
Wow. She's a writer. He's a meathead.
Randy and Brad, what do you think? You're very quiet on this topic.
Yeah, how do you feel about this?
Yeah, I don't want to offend Janelle. I don't hate on Taylor Swift. I just question like the timing of this. She's got an album coming out in October, and it's 1 week before the start of the NFL season.
Yeah, I get that.
Why can't they get engaged in June or July or May?
But I don't think she needs
to be now.
Yeah, she doesn't need the promotion like I think Josh what you're going.
Yeah, I don't think she needs help from Travis Kelce.
But they.
You conspiracy theorist bastard, Brad Ryder. You've blown the case wide open. It's all for album sales.
It will always be so funny to me how butthurt and upset NFL fans got that they would show her on the screen for 10, 12 seconds a game. And it's like, the NFL is a 3.5-hour broadcast. The ball's actually in play for 3 minutes? They got to show something, and people got upset that they're showing one of the most beautiful and talented women in the world. No! Just get her off my screen!
I will say it did get kind of annoying. It's like, why do we have to point out that she's at the game every time? That's what I think for a lot of people is just the overexposure.
Yeah.
So much Travis Kelce, so much Taylor Swift. I mean, shoot, if you went to the Mall of America a couple of years ago, you couldn't. I mean, Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes were in every store window for a while.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then every commercial, they're covered everywhere.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Up until she became a part of the NFL, which is, I think that's a fair way to put it. She became a part of once she started dating this dude. She's
part of the family.
She's on television all the time, right?
Yeah.
Before then, I wouldn't have known Taylor Swift if she cartwheeled through my living room. I knew nothing. I still couldn't tell you one of her songs, so I don't hate on her. I do have a low tolerance for the Kelces, though. I do. I have a low tolerance.
What about Jason Kelce? I know he's becoming a little overexposed.
I'm done with him. Done with both of them.
But before I thought he was funny, and he seems like a nice guy.
He's not. So you'll never hear me hate on this Taylor Swift character, whoever she is, because I know nothing about her. But I do have a low tolerance for the Kelces. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't realize this. The two of them, Taylor and, what the hell's his name again?
Conway.
Travis.
Conway Swift.
Conway, yeah.
Oh, no. They shared a picture on social media. Oh, this is going to be tough for me to get through. They shared a picture on social media where they're wearing matching baseball caps. His says captain, and hers says first mate.
Oh.
Isn't that a reference to one of her songs, or no?
Live, laugh, love, Janelle.
Dana, we lost Dana.
I don't know.
Sounds pretty spontaneous.
If they were regular people doing that, you would say, "Oh, that was nice."
Are you out of your effing mind, Randy Shaver?
Come on.
No, I hate that
really
stuff.
Spontaneous to me.
Oh, I hate that stuff. Lake life.
Lake life.
Bless this mess. I hate that stuff.
Oh, my God.
He's the captain, and I'm the first mate. I don't care who's doing it. I hate that stuff. This house runs on coffee, wine, and Amazon Prime.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. But go ahead. Marry the balls off of each other. Couldn't possibly care less. Travis Kelce.
Wait till they announce that the wedding is at halftime of the Super Bowl.
Oh, now that would be awesome.
Yeah, a few people are texting that in.
That would be awesome. That would spare us from another dumb 3.5 hour Super.
And then tell me it's not a conspiracy theory.
That would be better than the bands that they usually get for halftime. Sure, I'd be all about that. Let them get married at halftime of the Super Bowl. And then Vince McMahon's music hits.
No chance.
Vince McMahon and Kane and Triple H walk down the... How many wrestling weddings? Ooh, they were close to happening, but then they got interrupted.
Poor Test. He deserved better.
I loved it in television wrestling when they scheduled a wedding because you knew something was going to happen at the last second and everyone was going to be in the hospital.
It's kind of like when they would do a contract signing in the ring. That table never left the ring intact, that they had the papers on for the contract to sign.
Many years ago, me and Big Al bought a ticket to a WCW show right here in town. And on the ticket, we were cordially invited to the, how do you say it in the fancy schmancy wedding world? We were cordially invited to the...
Ceremony?
Nuptials, whatever. There's a word I'm missing. We were cordially invited to attend the marriage of Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo.
Yes.
Somehow it didn't happen. We were all excited to see Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo. Do I have the right Billy?
You do.
Billy Gunn?
Billy Gunn, yeah.
We were all excited to see those two gentlemen married. Somehow it never happened. A big fight cut loose.
I specifically remember that show, Nick, because I had a buddy who, like me, grew up loving wrestling. And that was when we were in early high school, middle school maybe. And his parents just didn't approve of him watching wrestling. They thought it was so dumb, especially his dad. That show was coming to town, and, he just knew that it was coming to town. He didn't know what the main event was going to be, that it was going to be a wedding. He begged his dad. His dad finally said, okay, son, I'll take you to the wrestling show. They get there, and the main storyline is a wedding between Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo. So his disapproving dad is just like, are you serious?
That's perfect.
It was beautiful.
Those were always fun gimmicks. The wrestling marriages. Okay. By the way, Travis Kelce recently admitted that his focus on entertainment negatively impacted his on-field play last season. Well, I forgive you. I forgive him for that.
He did have a pretty bad year, didn't
Which is one reason I am not taking him in fantasy football. He's distracted.
Yep. I will forgive Travis Kelce for his poor performance on the field last year because watching his team get absolutely eviscerated in last year's Super Bowl was a memory I'll cherish for a long, long time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people agree with that.
Yeah.
I think the country healed that night for sure.
They did. And it was my favorite team, the Philadelphia.
That's a good way to put it.
Oh, if the Chiefs would have won that game last year, we'd be even more angry at each other than we currently are in this country.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was the Eagles.
Yeah, they're awesome.
You know what? The Eagles kind of turned over a new leaf last year
They
for
did.
a lot of people.
They did.
People feel different about
I don't care what they did to that grandma years ago. They beat the Chiefs in last year's Super
Or that
Bowl.
baby when the Super Bowl was in Minneapolis.
They threw a baby or something.
Or the guy that ate the horse turds after the Super Bowl win.
But I would love to see those two, Travis and Taylor, get married at this year's Super Bowl halftime show. Here's back to the State Fair real quick. Correctional Nurse Jesus has a question for you, Randy Shaver.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's fair to call it a question. She says, I'll never understand why Randy hates the Minnesota State Fair but loves Las Vegas. She says it's basically the same thing. No. Overpriced.
No, it's not.
No, let her finish. It's basically the same thing. Overpriced. You always come home with a story. It's full of gambling. At the fair, you're gambling on what you're going to see and whether you'll be traumatized by it.
No. Totally different.
You're different.
That's because all the hookers in Vegas.
Well, you think you can't find a hooker at the Minnesota State Fair?
Maybe different caliber.
Yeah. Okay. National Football League clubs had to cut their roster down to 53 players by yesterday. Did the Vikings do anything to blow your skirt up?
No.
All right. Fair enough.
Max Brosmer makes the 53.
Yeah, people were pretty fired up about that.
I mean, there's some former Gophers. There's like a couple of them that Danny Strigow out of Orono, and Nick Callerup out of Wayzata made it with Seattle. So there was some
another Wayzata success story.
I was going to say about time somebody from Wayzata did something with their lives.
Non-drafted Gophers making rosters in the NFL, which is it just bodes so well for the Gopher program and makes those guys look even better because these guys are walking into programs. They don't get drafted, yet they're good enough to make NFL rosters. That's pretty good.
Awesome.
That's the best way to sell your program when you're
is.
recruiting. I mean, if you can walk into some kid's room and, say that, hey, we got these undrafted free agents that are making teams. Yeah.
It's one thing to have a first or second round draft choice, and that's big, and the Gophers are doing that right now. But it's also, I agree with Brad, it's just as big to say, look, these guys didn't get drafted, but they still were good enough to play in the NFL.
We prepared them well enough to make the roster.
There's only 3 syllables you need to explain how the Golden Gophers recruit. P.J. Fleck.
Yeah.
What was that? What? I didn't hear that.
Roll the boat, Scotty.
Oh, all right.
There we go.
PJ was shouting.
Pimp, whore.
Oh my God.
No, he said P.J. Fleck.
Pimp, whore.
He's got it all wrong.
Beer brewing and drinking Jesus. That's how it works. He brews it, then he drinks it. He's painted a beautiful picture here. This year's Super Bowl halftime show. Taylor Swift and Reginald Horse Feathers. What the hell's his name again? Travis Kelce. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are at the altar.
I'm going to use that name for my fantasy.
That's your new fantasy football team name
Horse
today.
feathers.
The priest is standing there ready to announce them as man and wife. And he takes off his fake beard, Dana, and it's Eric Bischoff.
Oh, that would be great. By God, it's Bischoff!
Adam Thielen wants to come home and play for the Vikings, and the Vikings are trying to make it happen, is what I heard.
Yeah, but they want too much. Carolina is apparently asking for a draft choice that's not what the Vikings want to give up, and I hope the Vikings don't cave and give up a higher pick just to bring Adam Thielen home.
Didn't they say like a third-round pick? That's
Carolina Panthers won a third round.
No way is he worth a third round pick.
Oh.
They should not be doing
Love him, but that's too high.
But he's right. He's a Minnesotan. He's from here.
No, way too high.
They should go get KJ Osborne, Josh's guy.
Well, I don't know why you're calling him my guy.
Well, yeah, did buy his jersey.
There's still receivers out there that they can.
You don't give up a third-round pick for a guy who's maybe going to play another year.
Yeah, just not worth it.
I hear ya. I didn't know our guy Jay Cutler was in trouble for a DWI.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
And a weapons possession charge.
He's going to jail.
He's going to spend a few days in jail.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised by that.
When did this happen?
Back in October of last year, Jay Cutler, friggin' pimp. He was back in Tennessee. Isn't that where he came from?
That's where he lives now.
I think so, yeah.
He played there, yeah.
And he effed up. He rear-ended somebody. He reeked like hooch. He was slurring his words. And he had a gun on him. But now the case is closed. But he's got to spend a few days in jail first. 4 days in jail. He'll begin serving that next month. Then probation for a year. Then he's got to sit in on some of those DUI safety classes. And, I bet he'll be very friendly and engaging at those meetings.
He sure seems that way in every situation.
Could this be a Longest Yard sequel?
Yeah. Quarterback goes to jail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because didn't Paul Crewe go to jail for drunk driving? Wasn't that what he was in for?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Game ball. Yeah, Jay will be the first one to volunteer comments at those DUIs.
He'll be up there leading it.
Don't
Maybe
you think,
a
Janelle?
two-word answer for a lot of those things.
Did you ever interview Jay Cutler?
I didn't. I did watch the show with him and his wife a couple times.
Was it called like Clearly Cavallari or something?
Like that.
My wife watched that program too.
Yeah.
They're not together anymore, are
No.
No. I don't think it ended well.
Yeah, I think they can't stand each other.
Yeah.
You see, when the one episode he was wandering around the house naked.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
He just seems mad all the time.
Yeah, I think it's just maybe it's just his face, or maybe he is mad all the
That's what I love about the guy. I mean, when he was a player, I mean, he looked so uninterested in everything.
Oh, for sure.
He'd throw a 65-yard touchdown pass, go back to the bench and sit down like he was thinking, Jesus, I wish I would have slept in today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The smoking Jay Cutler memes where they'd Photoshop a cigarette in his mouth and when he just had that disinterested look on his face.
He did
so
not
great.
want to be there.
No. Yeah. Seems like one of those guys that just did it because he was naturally gifted and he made a lot of money.
Yeah, old Jay Cutler. He's always going to be one of my favorites. I love his slogan, don't care. We've kind of we've thrived on that around here.
That's true.
Every once in a while, we express ourselves and we'll dump a Jay Cutler. Yeah, it's become our mantra. We'll dump a Jay Cutler on you when you least expect it.
Yeah, we got a lot of mileage out of that story.
Try me, Josh. Try me. Tell me something, and I'll see if I Jay Cutler you or not.
Don't forget, we've got a Zoom meeting today at 11 a.m., and you should be there.
Don't care. It feels good.
Yeah. Or sometimes all you need to say is Jay Cutler, and people get you're saying don't care.
Right.
Brad, is today your first day of classes?
It is.
Sin Bin Cheeses texted in earlier and said, please tell that dreamboat Brad Ryder happy first day of classes, XOXO.
Wow. How did they know?
I don't know. Maybe she's a student.
Maybe that's his wife.
Does she go by Sin Bin Cheeses?
Yes.
I don't think she goes by Sin Bin Jesus. Yeah, it is our first day today. In fact, I'll be hanging up and walking into a classroom shortly.
Well,
I bet they're thrilled.
Are you nervous,
Jay
Brad?
Cutler.
You walk in, they're all wearing Jay Cutler jerseys.
I'm actually more nervous about that than coming on the air with you guys.
Oh, I bet.
Well, you're in front of
I
people.
would be.
19-year-olds are terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you, Brad Ryder.
Yeah, first day of school is always a little anxious.
I'm excited for
Took
you.
a first day of school picture, though.
Did you lay out your outfit last night?
I did, Janelle.
Did your wife pack you a lunch, a little peanut butter and jelly and an apple?
My own lunch, but I am wearing shorts. I'm not letting go of summer yet.
Oh, he's the cool teacher. He wears shorts in the classroom.
Professor, yeah.
Did you lay out an outfit?
I did, though.
Did your wife help?
No.
She helped pick it out?
No.
That's impressive.
Day one, huh, Brad Ryder?
Day one. Yep.
Well,
You got to kick someone's ass. You know how it goes.
I know. I got to scare him a little bit today.
get in there. You got to get in
Talk
there.
about your syllabus, Brad.
That's what I'm going to do. That's day one.
God, syllabus day always
Scare
sucks.
him with your syllabus.
Yeah.
Is this for real? Someone's got to look this up. Machine cartoonist Jesus texted in to say, Jay Cutler was born in a town called Santa Claus, Indiana. Is that a joke?
No, it's true.
Really? Yeah. Santa Claus, Indiana.
How are you so angry if you grew up in a town called Santa Claus? That just sounds amazing.
How did you know that, Janel Klein?
I don't know. Why would I know that? I have no idea.
Have you been to Santa Claus, Indiana?
I think I have been through it.
I'll be dipped in feces. That is so interesting to me. I didn't know there was a town called Santa Claus.
I wonder if they have a sign outside. Home of Jay Cutler.
Oh, not that sign.
I bet you almost, maybe not Minnesota, but I bet you there's other states that have a Santa Claus.
You're probably right.
Town of 2,500, not very big.
It's a big area that we live in.
There's a couple of states that have Christmas as a town.
Sure. Well, thank you for the Jay Cutler facts. I do care about that fact. I do.
He is listed as one of the notable people from Santa Claus, Indiana on Wikipedia.
Anyone else we'd know?
Arad McCutcheon, former college basketball coach for University of Evansville.
Arad McCutcheon.
Yeah.
There's only two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay Cutler and him.
Boy, I bet their high school uniforms are gaudy. Don't you think? I hope they don't play it up like that. I hope it's not red and green with tassels, or what do you call those things? With tinsel and things like that.
Mistletoe all over it.
Yeah, well, I'll be dipped. That's just incredible. All right, you friggin' guys, we'll let you go. Well,
Janelle, hang in
I
there.
forgot to ask these guys. I totally forgot. I was going to ask Brad and Randy if they love motocross.
Sure.
So
I don't mind it.
One more time, Josh. Well, first I'll set it up. There was some kind of a town meeting. Was that also in Indiana, Josh? Where was that?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. A town meeting in Pennsylvania where they're discussing whether or not they need to close the local motocross park. And a dude showed up who's not in favor of closing the motocross park. And at one point during the city council meeting, citizens, city council members, everybody, he decided to cut loose with his imitation of a motorbike, and he kind of rode an imaginary bike around the city council meeting with the most realistic sound effects you've ever heard in your life, and it sounded like this.
I really just came up here to say that you're either going to hear them where they're allowed to be, or you're going to hear them where they're not allowed to be.
You need to... Thank you for the entertainment.
And it's just simply the coolest thing that's happened in a long time.
The video's on 93x.com. It adds a lot, even watching the video.
I wanted to bring it up a half hour ago. We started talking about friggin' Taylor Swift. That is simply the funnest, the coolest thing that's happened in a long time.
And we're hoping people do that at work all day.
Yes. Yeah.
Anywhere they go.
Brad, you should ride a motorbike into
I was just about to say, now, if one of my students does that today, I'll know that you have a listener.
Give it to him one more time, Cubby.
That last part is the best.
Oh, man.
Somebody mentioned earlier his intonation is varying between a 2-stroke and a 4-stroke. They could hear it. He did such a good job.
That is so friggin' good. You can't even make it up. Thanks, gentlemen. Tomorrow's our Friday.
All right.
Tomorrow's our friggin' Friday. We're not coming to work.
I'm all in.
That's right. We'll be back in a few more minutes here on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
I'm Paula Pan. I help people make the smartest money decisions possible because let's face it, money's too important to wing it.
What you'll hear is a couple money geeks sitting and talking about this stuff that we're so passionate about.
You name it, anything that's on your mind, retirement, debt, student loans, saving for college.
It's a personal finance journey. It is a wide-ranging squirrel conversation about the topic of personal finance and good financial planning. Super fun.
Afford anything. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
And now, KARE 11's Janel Klein, sponsored by Luther Bloomington Kia.
I hear you. F me running. Thanks for being there, everybody, as we dial into our next little gimmick here on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show with Janel Klein, who's been here from the get-go. I think we're just having the best time.
It's been really fun.
And I can't put a finger on what's different around here, but the last week or so has just been more fun than usual. As some of you know, we finally, finally isn't the word, we have a family to think about now here on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Our gal Ashley finally gave birth to the official baby of the radio show around a week or so ago. Around a week or so ago. Anyway, we're so proud.
Are you finding the connection?
We're so friggin' proud. Here's our first chance to ask the Smash how everything is going so far on the telephone right now, enjoying week 2 of her maternity leave. It's Ashley. What's going on over there, Smash?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good morning. Great to hear from you.
It's good to hear from you guys. I miss you guys so much.
We definitely miss seeing you every morning, for sure. But we're very happy for you, and you've been sending us photos along the way, which we greatly appreciate.
Isn't he the cutest little thing you've ever seen?
He really is. He's the perfect official baby of the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Your godmother, how do you say it? The child's godmother is here, Ashley.
Yeah, hi, Janelle.
Ashley, I miss you. Oh my gosh, I come in, your chair is empty. It's just not the same.
That's so depressing.
I know. Can you just come in and bring the baby, and I'll just take him, and you can just work?
Absolutely. I would love that.
Ashley, it's so nice to hear from you again, and you sound great. Do you feel wonderful?
Today I do, yeah. I got the okay from the doctor last week. Josh, I'm sure you know this. So when a baby leaves the hospital, a baby usually loses some weight, and the goal is to get them back up to their birth weight or higher. And once you do that, they are allowed to sleep longer stretches in the night. So last night, he managed to let me get 4 hours, and then, of course, I have to feed him, and then another 4 hours, and then another 3 hours after that. So this is the first time in a while I feel like rested and like I don't have a raging migraine.
That's a plus.
You were pretty open and honest about how miserable you were feeling throughout a lot of your pregnancy. I mean, and you looked uncomfortable. I mean, just generally, does it feel great to finally be done with the process?
Yes, it is. It does feel really good. I was telling my husband that we might have to have another baby just for the dopamine hit of me stepping on the scale and seeing I lost 30 pounds.
Yeah, that's got to feel pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Man.
I was like, oh, yeah, look at me, skinny mini.
You're a skinny queen.
Are you holding the official baby of the Half-Assed Morning Show right now, or he's sleeping in his bucket or whatever you do with a little baby?
I'm in bed right now, and he's sleeping next to me in the bassinet.
You don't want to wake him up?
No.
Okay.
He had a pretty good feed not too long ago, though, so he's milk drunk, conked out.
Can you tell us about the process of pushing this child out into the light? We hear horror stories about pain and this and that. And so on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the experience as far as pain, uncomfortability, things like that?
Before the drugs, it was pretty high.
Yeah.
As you guys know, I had some Braxton Hicks throughout my pregnancy, and so they're like fake contractions, your body getting ready for labor. And I always ask people, like, how am I going to know the difference between those and real contractions? I just don't see it happening. And everybody's like, oh, you'll know. Don't worry. You just wait. Oh, I knew. It felt like getting shanked in the stomach and the knife just being twisted back and forth.
Oh, man.
So this came out of nowhere. What is the date today? The 27th. Your baby was born when?
On the 17th.
So 10 days ago, suddenly you had this horrible pain and you knew, oh, it's time.
Well, actually, I got the movie scene that I wanted so bad. I was sitting down on the couch, and me and my husband were going to go up to bed, and as soon as I stood up, my water broke.
Oh, damn.
And so I thought, I was like, my water just broke. And he said, really? No way. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what all this, like fluid coming out of me is.
Either that or you went potty very badly.
And then the pain hit?
Yep, about 30, 45 minutes later when we were in the truck on the way to the hospital. And I was like, oh, this is not good.
It hurt. Was there any fear or concern that the baby might be born in the motor vehicle?
Yeah, I was afraid of that because the hospital is about 30 minutes away.
Ooh.
And so after the first contraction, I was like, okay, it needs to be at least like this many minutes away or else I'm going to start getting really scared. And the thing about contractions is they all say like, oh, they'll start 10 minutes apart and then they'll get less and less apart. But for most people, it's like, oh, here's this contraction that's 10 minutes apart and here's a contraction that's 3 minutes apart. Then here's one that's, 12 minutes apart. So it's never really consistent.
You've got a good guy there, because if I was in that same situation, there's no way we'd be taking my car to the hospital. We'd be driving my wife's. I'm not going to risk it.
There's been puppy pads down in that truck since the day he bought it. I mean, that was like 6 months ago.
He puts down the little puppy pee pads
Yep.
in case you cut loose with something.
That's hilarious. I never would have thought of that.
So then they get you to the hospital, and you're still in pain, but they loaded you up with some dope?
Oh, yeah, an epidural. So it's like this huge needle that they put, it's like a needle they put in your back. It's a catheter type thing, so they can keep putting more medicine in it if they need to. And when that hit, I felt very good at first, but I was still feeling it in my back, so I had back labor, which the women that have had that, it's bad. It's really bad. And so they ended up having to move the catheter, actually, and making it lower. And it was, you guys, I think everybody should try an epidural.
I'll go get one this afternoon.
You were telling me that it felt so good. After a while, you were just bored going through that whole thing. It just didn't affect you at all.
Yes, exactly. I had to wait 4 hours after getting the epidural because I had to get antibiotics for something. It's like a really common thing that 1 in 4 women get when they're pregnant, and it takes 4 hours for it to go through your system. And after that, they come in and they're like, hey, so you're at a 10. You're 10 centimeters dilated, so we're going to push. And I'm just like, all right, cool, let's do it. And during the pushes, I was just sitting there kind of like whistling, looking up at the ceiling, like, all right, well, this is fun. I'm bored. What else is there to do during this time? Can I push again?
It must have been good stuff.
So how long did it take? From the time they said from the moment they said it's time to push, how long before you had a brand new baby in your lap?
Only an hour, which is pretty good for a first-time mom.
Josh, I imagine there are some women thinking, oh, you lucky bitch.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. There were some people that texted in earlier, some women who said, it was over a day.
Dude.
Oh, gosh.
Appliance installer Jesus says, congratulations, Ashley. Now you get to the point where you pee a little bit when you sneeze. That's how my wife is.
I hate sneezing or coughing because I did have I'm very proud of myself because they said I had minimal tearing. So I only needed one stitch, which is pretty awesome.
Oh my God!
We've gone into National Geographic territory here.
I didn't know we were going to talk tearing.
When I sneeze, you got to be careful. It hurts so bad. It feels like my insides are going to rip open.
You sound like yourself. You do, and that's great to hear. Only 10 days removed. Now, Josh was the only sumbitch on this here program that had ever experienced childbirth until you. And Josh he did discuss, it's a bit of a horror show. Would you agree? Or maybe we should ask your husband. Was your husband in the front row?
Yeah, he was. He watched the whole thing. It didn't bother him at all.
Really?
He said, I don't understand why guys pass out. He said it's just, he said he was mostly concerned. I don't know if you had this experience, Josh, because when he was watching, he's concerned because he said it looked like before he came out that his head was going to be like the size and shape of like a soda can. He said the next thing you know, it comes out, it's like a adorable-sized head.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I understand is a lot of them come out of there with their head looking like a bullet.
I had a pointy head.
Yeah.
No, his head was normal for the most part. He did come out with his hand by his face.
Okay.
Which could have been bad for me on that side, but luckily everything was okay.
What are some everyday duties that your godmother Janel could handle for you if she stopped by the house? What are some of the you could use a break? What do you want your godmother to do for you?
Put me to work, Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could clean all the milk supplies. That would be useful.
Like
that
bottles.
Is so repetitive.
Yeah.
Oh my Gosh.
Milk bottles
clean
all
them,
over
is that what you said? Clean them?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew this, but they just like don't stop eating. So you have to constantly wash stuff, and it all has to be sanitized perfectly because they are basically, they have no immune system. They're trash. They're don't
trash, she says.
They don't have any survival instincts. It is absolutely hilarious.
Who does your little baby look like? Who does your little baby look like?
Dad, 100%.
Looks like
dad.
the old man?
Yeah, I've had 2 people out of sympathy try to tell me that he has my chin.
Nice consolation trophy.
Like, all right, I know he looks nothing like, but that's fine because I told my husband and my mom would probably be mad at me for saying this because she thinks I was perfect as a child, but I had a weird head. I had a weird shaped head, so.
And families all come over, and they're all just rolling around on the floor, excited as all hell for the both of you.
Yep, yeah, the grandparents, definitely. They're absolutely in love.
Have you considered, I know the baby's only 10 days old, but have you thought about getting him involved in motocross?
Or any sports whatsoever?
That would be so cool, but we have some sports, that we hope that he wants to play, of course. Probably nothing that you enjoy, Nick, but...
Yeah, you're not going to make him play lacrosse like your husband, are you?
Yeah, what are some of the sports that you're talking about? The kid's 10 days old. What are some of the sports you're talking about getting involved in that I wouldn't approve of?
Well, one is golf.
Oh, for Christ's sake. That's not a sport.
It's safe,
Okay.
It's nice and safe.
You're a very
Not
protective mother so far. Sure.
But then, the other one is unsafe because they beat each other with sticks, and it is lacrosse.
Lacrosse, yeah.
Yes, and I want to fight that actively.
Well, you got plenty of
from the
time for that,
beginning,
yeah.
Because I want him to play baseball.
Josh, can you give Ashley an idea what it would sound like if her son eventually got involved in motocross?
Oh, absolutely. Ashley, you can hear this pretty good? Can you hear us well?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that?
Don't worry about it.
See the things you miss when you're gone?
Yeah, you missed it. You're on maternity leave. You missed it.
And I don't think that audio is going anywhere. I'm sure you'll probably hear it when you get back.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get some life out of this one.
To the point where people want to murder us.
Uh-huh.
I will say, Josh, before I left on maternity leave, you asked if there was a chance that I was going to be on the booze cruise September 19th, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And I was like, no, that's not happening. Like, that's definitely early it's before my maternity leave is up. But now I'm thinking there's a chance because I think I need a break.
That would be great to have.
That would be awesome to have.
Can you bring the baby on the boat?
I would probably get a babysitter for him.
Gotta be 21, Janelle.
Yeah.
God dang. Have you had a drink?
Yes, I have.
What was it like when it first hit your lips? And I'm not trying to just be funny like that, Will Fair. What was it like the first drink in 9 months?
It was awesome, but also really frustrating because so you're supposed to do it right after you feed them because then you have a 2-hour window, and usually they feed every 2 to 3 hours, and it will be out of your system at hour 2. And this time he decided to wake up an hour early.
Oh.
So I had to sit there and just keep a pacifier in his mouth, and I was just apologizing because he's screaming because all he wants to do is have a boob in his mouth.
Sorry, boy.
I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom just wanted, and it was stupid. It was only a glass of, actually, thankfully, it was only a glass of wine because if it would have been whiskey or something, it would have been a longer period. I had to wait. I was like, okay, well, never again, I guess. Never going to do this again.
Well, we're awful happy to hear from you again.
Definitely. We missed you big time.
For sure.
Yeah, me too. This was nice. Add some normalcy back into my life.
You can call us in your free time, if you want. We don't have to be on the radio when we have conversations. But if you need anything, give us a call or a group text. Go get some rest and say hi to everybody. And thanks for taking the time to jaw jack with us, Smashley. Or we may have a new nickname for Smashley around here. A listener said we should call her Stitch.
Love it. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Well,
Bye-bye.
it looks like, on a completely different topic, Adam Thielen is now a Minnesota Viking again.
Hey, look at that.
They are. Are you going to Jay Cutler this?
Don't care.
Well, for anyone that may.
That's great.
It's coming back.
Appreciate the heads up. Janel Klein is here. We're all making our way out the building here in just a couple of minutes, so we just have time to thank Janel Klein. Thank you so much for your time. You walked in at 5:30, and you've been here the whole poke.
It was an absolute blast.
Do it again sometime.
We loved it.
Anytime you guys want.
If you want to do it, come back again sometime and run the whole schmear with us again.
And I'm telling you, I say this all the time, but the listeners need to know, you guys impress me so much that you do this every day for this long, and the amount of work you put into it and the hours you keep. You guys are freaking amazing.
You're hired.
Keep going. Yeah,
you're hired.
I don't know how you do it.
No, you're way too kind, Janelle. You are. You were telling us earlier about some of the schedules you've kept in your career, and they were pretty hardcore as well.
Well, but I haven't done it for 25 years every single day like you guys.
Well, it's awful nice of you to say. Awful nice. By the way, we were just chatting with Ashley. If you missed it, our gal Smash, who just had her new baby 10 days ago, the official baby of the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show, just had her baby 10 days ago. She's on maternity leave, but she gave us a telephone call, right? A lot of fun talking to Smash League.
That was great. It was awesome.
Got a text message that simply says this, Josh. Wow. That AI is wild.
What a treat to hear from her. We miss her.
She sounds great.
Yeah.
She sounds great. So thanks again, Janelle. We got to go. We'll be back again tomorrow at 5:40. It's our Friday. What else, Cubby?
Shout out to Short God Jesus from his Queenie. Happy belated birthday to Aubrielle, turning 17 today. Happy birthday to Sawed-Off Candyman Jesus, listening in Tennessee. And boy, do we appreciate that from Homegrown Jesus. Happy 40th to Tristan. And happy birthday to Anthony.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.